From the hot air balloon capital of the world, this is live coverage of the 2025 ExxonMobil Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. It's Balloon Fiesta Live. And now, direct from the rooftop studio at Balloon Fiesta Park in Albuquerque, New Mexico, here are your hosts, Art Lloyd Jr. and Ted Maes.
And hello, world, and welcome to the 53rd Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. This year, it's the ExxonMobil Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta, as we welcome ExxonMobil as the title sponsor of Balloon Fiesta. And Art Lloyd Jr., Ted Maes on the rooftop studio. Good morning from Albuquerque, day one. It's going to be another fabulous year of Balloon Fiesta.
Absolutely. I have waited 355 days,
However many, right?
Yes, to come back here, and I'm happy to be back in the land of enchantment, and I'm really happy that we're going to be able to spend the next 9 days together.
Well, there we go. It's actually, as you can see, he's in his short sleeves. I at least put my jacket on so that you could see what our uniform looks like today. But yeah, we're ready. 550 balloons here. Another that includes about 100 special shapes. We're scheduled for a dawn patrol and a mass ascension today. We'll be going to pilot's briefing shortly to see what the official word is for this morning. We don't see the dawn patrol inflating out there yet this morning, but that could be, we'll just wait and see what happens.
Yeah, it's been a little bit back and forth, and actually we see the Chick-fil-A chiclet.
Oh, there they are.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just too dark for us to see it. But yeah, there we are, and one of the other dawn patrol. So they are inflating out there, so that's good news. That's because we're still a solid hour away from sunrise.
Yes.
Yeah. So we've got some time to fill before we would be actually launching balloons, but it's going to be, it's really calm right now here. It's actually warm as well. Like I mentioned, you're in your short sleeves.
Well, when I left this morning, I think it was like 52 degrees, and I was like, oh, that's fantastic. And then a couple of people up here on the stage were like, oh, I had to wear my jacket. So, I guess it's the benefit of living elsewhere where it's colder most of the year.
Hey, you went out to Balloons Aloft yesterday. Tell me a little bit about how that was.
Well, Balloons Aloft, which was formerly Albuquerque Aloft,
right.
This was celebrating its 20th anniversary yesterday. And I went out to Joe Harris Elementary School, and I met with Trent Hefner, the principal, and Beth Wright-Smith, who flies Smokey Bear. She actually trained me how to fly many, many years ago. It was a great event. They brought in, they were telling me their PTO process for the whole year last year brought in over $80,000. And a lot of that comes from the Balloons Aloft portion of them just doing stuff. So
because they do like breakfast burritos and coffee and hot chocolate.
T-shirts, socks.
Oh, T-shirts. They had everything.
They were rivaling what we had out here at the field. So it was a lot of fun. Sean Spiker was there with Gut Wrenched, and it was amazing because they both flew, and it was really nice to see Smokey leave the ground. So it was a lot of fun.
That's great.
Yeah.
So nice shots of the Dawn Patrol getting inflated. We'll continue to watch, and once pilot's briefing gets to the weather section, we'll cut over to there. Hey, a couple of housekeeping things. Obviously, you can watch us on Facebook or YouTube, and you're obviously watching us on one of those now. You can always get to that through balloonfiesta.com/live, or actually, we have our own URL this year. It's balloonfiestalive.com. That's always going to take you to the Balloon Fiesta Live page. And, of course, all these shows, as well as the past 8 years of shows, are all archived there. Hard to believe we've been doing this show for 9 years.
Yeah, almost a decade.
And I was the announcer for the year before that, so this is my 10th year on the mic here at Balloon Fiesta.
Congratulations. And I tell you what, I think I would be, this is year number 2 for me on the stage.
Right.
You've had me in the balloons out there, so I kind of, add those years on too.
Well, the second year that we did Balloon Fiesta Live, we had you flying the ExxonMobil balloon.
Correct.
And actually interviewed you there. I went back through basically the last 8 years of shows for something that we're going to bring you tomorrow. But I went through those and kind of rewatched those interviews with you, and you had done a splash and dash for us, which we had brought to you live. And so there's, you can go back and see the history of Ted Maes on Balloon Fiesta Live.
Well, speaking of splashing and dashing, many people were worried about the lack of rain here in the area, and I guess it rained a couple days before I arrived. I came here on Monday. Yeah. On my approach in to Albuquerque International, we went right over the river, and it was not full of water, but it had water. So.
Which was better than like a month ago.
Right. So at least it's splash and dashable, and some people were telling me on my post that it was more of a dunk in the mud, so to speak.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's one of those that you don't have to worry about getting the basket wet, because once you hit that, it's a couple inches.
Right.
But hey, still good fun. We should be seeing some of that this week. as well. We've got a lot of great things. We're going to be giving away license plates again this year. We're actually going to be giving away one of these Balloon Fiesta Live jackets, too. So we'll tell you how to do that. Be sure and stick around with us. Hey, the other thing I would really encourage you to do, share our streams, whether it's watching on YouTube or Facebook. Share those streams with folks. Tag us in all of your pictures. Send us your watch pictures. If you're sitting there, with your feet up, watching on the couch, grab that shot of, your fuzzy slippers and the TV in the background and send it to us at balloonfiestalive@balloonfiesta.com. We would love to see those, and we'll feature some of those. In fact, I got one the other day. The Conies from Hawaii had just entered New Mexico, so they did a great shot over the with the sign, "Welcome to the Land of Enchantment."
Right.
So they're coming in from Hawaii. So we'll get your pictures, and we'll share some of those as we go through the shows moving forward. But do tag us. Do share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff to the Facebook or YouTube channel. Be sure and hashtag us Balloon Fiesta Live. We really want to get the word out. We really want to make sure that everyone is able to see and enjoy Balloon Fiesta through the eyes of Balloon Fiesta Live. And other new things, we have added cameras. So I think.
So how many?
Well, I don't know how many we added, but we're up to 10 and possibly 11 cameras. We're always working on these things.
Right.
Gary Williams and his great staff with Windfire Productions. So obviously you have this camera view that shows us on the stage here. But then we have, where are you going to go first? So this is a camera at the very far north end looking back towards us. Are you going to zoom in with that camera and see what it can do? So we put some new lenses on the north and south cameras. So, yeah, look at this zoom. So that's halfway down the field.
And if the balloons weren't there, you may be able to see us.
Well, there.
No. It's right out. That's to the other side of where we're at.
Yeah, the other side of the
The balloon that's going up right there on the right now is where we would be behind.
Yep. So we can go all the way from that end. You want to go south next? Stage next. From the stage, the Main Street stage, we have this view. So now we're looking out towards the west, and we can watch the balloons start to inflate. And someone with their LED lights that they're flying up there, throwing up as the Dawn Patrol balloons stand up. So we'll be able to look across the field out to the west. Where next, Steve? On the stage, so this is our view looking out. And here it comes. So there's our view looking out. And you see we were zoomed in so tight.
Zoomed right in on Dale, Dewey, Ruth right there.
Yeah. Look at that, how much, look, the fencing, the colored fencing and the railing, that's the entrance on the north end.
Yes,
and
that's
field.
Quite a hike if you've ever been out here.
Yeah.
For us. That would be a nice, good 10-minute walk from where
Well,
we're
the
at.
field is like 55 football fields. Or, I got my numbers wrong. I'm going to have to recheck those. I didn't do an event video this year that always refreshes all those stats in my brain, So, all right, so that's from the stage. And we actually have two cameras that we can shoot that way with. Plus, we'll have a camera up here that when we have officials and those types of people come up, we'll be able to bring you that shot. That's that shot there. So we have these new flags. Obviously, not any wind on the field, so the flag is kind of pointing out the other way, but that's the shot. And here's a wireless camera that we have, and they are down at Pilots Briefing, and they're getting started with some of the housekeeping. I can tell by the TV that they haven't got to weather yet.
Right, and that's Henry Rosenbaum talking to the pilots and crew.
He's in his shirt sleeves, too.
Yeah.
I have to say, I'm feeling a little warm in the jacket, so I may have to be shedding the jacket here a little bit.
Sean Spiker and
there he is. You mentioned Sean earlier.
Yes.
Yep.
So that's part of the Krispy Kreme glow. Eric Greenwood, I noticed, is out there as well to the right of him, and I think.
So the Krispy Kreme glow is supposed to inflate at 6:30. So they're getting ahead of the game, joining the Dawn Patrol team. That's all kind of.
I think they're a little excited about the whole start of the 53rd, right?
Yeah, sure. Well, we just talked about pilot briefing. That pilot briefing is for all the guys that are going to fly in the Mass Ascension. There was an earlier pilot briefing for those pilots in Dawn Patrol and Krispy Kreme.
That is correct. And as a safety official, I used to go out there and brief them.
Oh, you were the briefer?
Yes, I was the briefer. And it was kind of funny because we were to go to a specific spot, and then I like to play games with them. So I would kind of move throughout the week. And they'd have to come, and I'd have to herd them over to me. It was a lot of fun.
This appears to be looking right down from the top of the roof. Maybe?
Yes. Our camera right in front of us.
Right there, yep.
Yeah.
We also have 2 mobile cameras. So we have Diane Kinderwater again this year. So she has one of our mobile cameras. And the other mobile camera we're sending out to U5, which is where J.B. Aiken will be a pilot to fly one of our balloon cameras for us. We actually have 2 balloons that are going to alternate. So we've got J.B. Aiken's going to fly today. Pat Irwin will fly tomorrow. We'll kind of just rotate days back and forth. So we'll be able to bring you views from the balloon as well. And we should have some drone footage as well when balloons are not flying to be able to see some stuff. So like during the glows and things like that, we'll have some drone footage for you as well. So a lot more camera angles out here for you this year. And we'll be bringing you all of that action for all 14 sessions. Hey, maybe now's the time to go ahead and let's get started on our giveaway stuff.
Let's do it.
So if you've been with us for the last couple of years, you know that we have given away Balloon Fiesta Live license plates. A number of years ago, here in the state of New Mexico, the state issued license plates with a balloon theme on it. So it had the orange and yellow, it had the Zia balloon on it. And so you could get this. In fact, I still have one of these design plates on my car. Well, we have printed some replicas that say BF Live for Balloon Fiesta Live. It has the Balloon Fiesta Live logo on it since 2017 up here. So we're going to give these away again this year. So I think we have the QR code that we can throw up. There it is. If you will scan that QR code, then you will be able to enter to win one of these. We're going to give away 3 of these per session. So 3 per session, we'll be giving these away. And so we'll have to wait till the end of the session to see about getting those 3 in. We might have to give this morning's names away this afternoon. You don't have to be watching to win. You do have to put all your stuff in. Please only enter one time. Don't make me go eliminate the duplicates, because once you're in the drawing. You only come out after you've won. So you're in, you're good to go.
Well, now, I just entered.
You're not eligible.
Oh, come on.
Now, here's the new part of this.
Yes.
By entering to get a license plate, you are also entered to win a Balloon Fiesta Live jacket.
Well, nice.
Okay. So, well, I was going to say we'll have to get show you the back of it. Can you grab yours?
Yeah. Right here.
And yeah, so it is actually it's a special shapes pilot jacket. So, and it will have the ExxonMobil Balloon Fiesta logo on the front and the Balloon Fiesta Live logo on it. It won't have your name on it, but it'll have those logos. We're going to give away one of those a day starting tomorrow.
One a day.
One a day.
So you have a chance every single day to win one of these.
We're going to give away 8 of those jackets. We're
awesome.
Not giving away one today, so today's the day to get entered. We'll draw for the first jacket for tomorrow. License plates 3 every single session. So get that QR code, get entered, and then we'll move forward. We'll be announcing winners here. Again, you don't have to be listening. We'll contact you afterwards.
Well, I believe we have Diane Kinderwater back with us again this year.
We do.
She's got some people on the field already. So, Diane, what's going on down there on the field? I see balloons starting to glow with the Krispy Kreme and the Dawn Patrol.
We're having fun here. Woo! We got a lot of woo-woos here.
Hold on, wait on.
We got Chuck Schick. We got Chuck Schick. He's with Too Good Looking Balloon. We're doing a lot of flickers. He's with Dawn Patrol. Just 28 years of being at Balloon Fiesta with Dawn Patrol. Chuck, what's going on up there?
The winds are fast.
Winds are fast.
The winds are way too fast. The winds are actually picking up as you speak. See, notice everybody?
How beautiful is Dawn Patrol? Why do you do it?
Because it's the best way to do Fiesta.
Why is that, Chuck Schick?
Because you get the first air, you're first out, you're first done, and you're packed up.
Oh, and you're packed up. Now, why is that so important?
We come back to the field and people think we overslept.
28 years. Where are you from?
I live in Bosque Farms, New Mexico. Yeah, well, I didn't know you looked at me kind of like.
So the beauty of Dawn Patrol, not only is it gorgeous, but also it serves a purpose. What is the purpose?
Here it comes.
To terrify everybody else, I guess. I don't know. It's supposedly, to let everybody know that it's pretty safe. Or
Well, that's a good reason, isn't it?
I think so.
What about your crew here? We've got crazy, I shouldn't say crazy, but Teresa, a little crazy?
Oh, of
Mary?
Why
Of course,
is that?
of
Come on,
course.
look at my camera.
Because it's fun. I've been around the world in pictures for 28 years. It's fun, and the crew doesn't get lost because
I
of
have
my-
mostly women for crew, and Brian
And Brian and Larry.
and Brian and Larry are out on the crown getting ready to pull it down.
And how did you name Too Good Looking?
It's a longer story than we're going to tell you here.
Wait,
We're not telling that story.
Okay, who knows the story of why it's called Too Good Looking? What do people? It's a secret. Okay, we're going to find out the secret by the end of Fiesta. I'm sure that Teresa's going to tell us it.
Good luck at that.
Tell me about your hat.
Oh, bought the hat. Had it since 1990.
What do people ask you about your hat?
They just say they like my hat. And it's fun. It's fun. It's since 1992. The hat's old.
But you're young. How can that be?
That's exactly right. I'm 12 when I'm in it.
We're having fun out here with Dawn Patrol. Thank you too, and all your crew. Why didn't you name your crew again?
What?
Name your crew.
Name my crew again? Oh, this is a test. Teresa, Nanette, two people I don't know,
They're helping.
Linda.
All women. I wonder why that is. That's a kind of unique. Isn't that kind of unique? They're all women here.
Most of them are court reporters, so I'll take your deposition.
Okay. They'll tell me what the truth is behind how they named Too Good Looking. Back to you at the studio, Ted and Art. Everybody wave! Yay! Dawn Patrol.
Thanks, Diane. Well, they're already having a lot of fun down there with the Krispy Kreme as well as the Dawn Patrol this morning.
Yep. I went down about 5:45 or so. 5:30 actually. I was down on the field. I was on Channel 4 with Steve Stucker this morning. For those of you who've been out and around or locals, and you know that. And I got to tell you, there is a whole lot of people down there. And the one thing I did notice, there's a whole lot more people brought their chairs this year.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, I noticed ahead of time on a lot of the posts on the Balloon Fiesta website, people were asking about, can I bring chairs? Can I do this? And absolutely, you can do that. People were asking questions, and I made a couple comments on there as a pilot, but not flying in Fiesta any longer. I just said, just be respectful of the crews and the pilots, because when it's time to go, it's time to go. So have the understanding that if you're sitting there and you're enjoying yourself, you may be asked to get up at some point.
So, oh, there we are, all the way from the north end. So, yeah.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. And just pull back out. Eric, burn again.
Yes.
Yeah, Eric, burn.
Awesome.
So, yeah, a lot of people out there with chairs. And like you said, so the truck pulls up, and maybe it's got a trailer, and it doesn't take up a lot of space. And then they pull the basket off, and that still doesn't take up a lot of space. And so you've kind of gotten out there, and you've filled up the available space with people. Well, then when you have to lay out the envelope, then the idea is, okay, now I need some more space. And then when I stand it up, So I see the new, there's Tim Taylor in the red, white, and blue with the stars. Just to the left of him is Matthew Grote's new X-rated gesture balloon.
Yes, he talked to me about that. He actually gave me a phone call one afternoon to have a discussion, and it and it is a lightweight material. It's much lighter, and it is an experimental balloon. So that's where the X-rated comes from.
Okay.
So if you're thinking differently, that's really, I think he wanted you to think that, but it
I'm
really had
sure
to do
he
with
did.
the
I'm sure he
experimental
did.
part of it.
And by the way, I talked to him earlier this summer. He says his mom watches all the time on Balloon Fiesta Live. And I guess she's actually coming out here this year, so she'll be coming by and visiting.
Yes. He gave me a hard time because he said she watched it all the time and we never called her out. So
we're calling you out, Mom.
yes,
Yep.
come up and see us.
Matthew's mom, you're on notice. You need to come see us. And here
It's
at
actually
Balloon
it's
Fiesta.
actually Ruthie Grow.
Oh, okay.
So
He never told me your name. He just said my mom.
yes.
My mom. So, all right. So Diane is obviously rocking and rolling down there. So Diane, take it away.
Dawn's Delight, and of course he's busy right now. He has been with Dawn Patrol 23 years, and there's a lot of screaming going on because they're going, coming down, coming down. What's going on?
We're going down.
We're
It's a little
going
too
down.
windy.
Going down. So Dawn's Patrol, I think there are about 11 balloons out here, and Kevin is showing us some are still up there. So pretty. Of course, Dawn Patrol serves a purpose. It's not only beautiful for the spectators coming into the field to see all these beautiful balloons lit up. It's like a mini balloon glow, but also it shows pilots and spectators how the winds are. But at this point, right now, this Dawn Patrol and Dawn's Delight, we can show you now all they're working hard. They're coming down, and it's something that we don't see that often coming down on the field, but this is the case. And we've got Dale, 23 years.
Yes, 23 years.
And why do you do Dawn Patrol?
It's a family affair. We do it with family, a great crew of 20 plus for 23 years.
Why do you like this so much more than going up in the Mass Ascension?
Because we get more flights than most.
That's the secret. What do you mean more flights? You get to go up early before
We go
everybody
up
else?
early before the winds change, and we enjoy getting up before all the hoopla and that, and come back and enjoy everybody else.
That's a good reason. That's a great secret. Do a lot of other pilots want to be in Dawn Patrol?
Yes, but it's a select group.
And who would, Balloon Fiesta, you say, is a family affair. Who from your family? Family, come back here. Where's your family? Who did you bring with your family?
My wife, my kids, my son has a balloon next to us. It's all family.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Dale. Appreciate you being
a
part
good
of.
Fiesta.
Oh, and look at who we have back here. Tell us what's going on.
Oh, just another day at Balloon Fiesta. Beautiful skies, beautiful weather.
What's your name and where are you from?
My name's Ethan. I'm from here, Albuquerque. Hey, you're getting it. Look at that. We're like psychic.
Oh, what is he giving you? What is he giving you?
He's giving me his shit.
Wait, what? What?
So he lit it up. So he gave me a chit to get more propane.
Perfect. That's the inner workings here at Balloon Fiesta and Dawn Patrol. Back to you, Ted and Art. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Come see us, I'll give you a Dawn Patrol pin.
Back end of scanning of pilots here. So when they go to pilot briefing, they get scanned in. So that's taking attendance that you attended the pilot briefing. Once you launch or put your balloon up, then you give the launch director that launch chit. And then when you come back and have the crew waiver signed and you turn in another, it gets scanned again at propane. So we know that you were at briefing, that you flew, and that we gave you propane.
Right.
And then we have the kinds of stats that we can move forward with. It helps us kind of just keep track of everything, prove that you did get your briefing. And I'm just going to pat myself here. I built the system that it does all that scanning.
Yes, you do an awful lot, Art. I will tell you, throughout the year we speak, and we kind of have little touch bases monthly.
Yep.
Folks, you have no idea how much this man puts into Balloon Fiesta, and it's much appreciated, not only, I'm sure, by myself, but by the hundreds of people that rely on what you do every single year to make this event go flawlessly.
Well, thanks. And Balloon Fiesta has a year-round staff of about 20 employees. And to put together a world-class event that brings in nearly 1 million people, has another 1 million people watching online, has an impact to the economy of New Mexico on the order of $200 million in a 9-day event. Yeah, it's 20 people doing a whole lot of work. Of course, we're also supported by about 1,200 volunteers that we call navigators.
Correct.
And there is a 24-member board of directors that kind of guides what is happening as well. So it is a big team effort, and there are the 20 people on staff do work very long hours, especially this time of year, getting everything together. Hey, so on the YouTube chat that I've been monitoring here, we put that QR code up, and apparently everybody tried to hit it at the same time, and so there was a little bit of server stuff here. So, yeah, let's, in fact, Truck, if we could throw the QR code back up. Thank you very much. I think it actually is working. We just hit too many of you at one time on there.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, it's really a good thing. People are already coveting the jacket, so it's. I think it's going to be a great thing here. So let's try that again and see if you can't get through and get your entries in. But reports are that it's all working there again. So we'll move forward with that while we head on down to Diane Kinderwater.
Here we're coming. We're coming. Okay, I'm with Tim Taylor with D4. I thought that was our launch site, but that's the name of his beautiful balloon. And he's busy, of course, inflating. He is with the Dawn Patrol. And how is the morning going?
Beautiful. We'd rather be in the sky, but I'm down here on the ground, and I can see why I'm not in the sky.
How many years have you been with Dawn Patrol?
I am the longest running Dawn Patrol pilot out here. I've been flying for 35 years, Dawn Patrol. Been flying for 37 years.
Oh, fantastic. Wow. And where are you from?
Salt Lake City, but we used to live here many years ago.
Everybody's, oh, they're going to do a blast. Now we can see you because we have a lot of light. We got Kevin with a light on the camera, but we all have a light. How adorable you are. What's your name?
Hello. My name Anne.
Anne?
Tim.
Tim?
She's from Vietnam, and I'm from here.
You're from Vietnam?
Yes.
You're from here, Albuquerque?
That's right, yes.
Is this your first balloon fiesta, Anne?
Yes, it is, yes. The first time. She waited for 50 years before she made it there.
Waited for 50 years to come to America or to come to the balloon fiesta?
To come to balloon fiesta. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. I like your hat, Anne. Thank you. We got Tim Taylor. They're discussing. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Dawn.
Dawn?
Dawn. Dawn Patrol. Dawn. Oh, okay. My name's right here.
Is it named after you?
No, it's not.
And the balloon is named after who, Dawn?
It's named after Tim's wife, Darren. Darren Shelley.
Dawn, where are you from?
I'm from Lubbock. Drove in last night.
I like that, Dawn. Change your name to Dawn Patrol.
Dawn Patrol. That'd be great.
And everybody was saying how beautiful Dawn is. Dawn Patrol. Are we going to have another blast pretty soon?
Probably.
He's talking. He's talking. And you're helping the pilot. What's your name?
Michael.
Michael, what's your job?
I am the ballast right now, keeping the balloon on the ground. Just keeping it on the ground. I'm weight to help.
Oh, he's the ballast to keep it on. We're a big gentleman to do that. He's lucky to have you, right?
Yeah, well, it's always fun to come out with Tim, so it's always a blast.
Look, who else do we have? What's your hi? We've got a big crowd here. Well, we're going to send it back to you. Kids, ready to wave to the camera? Everybody? Do we have one more blast, Kevin? One more blast coming? One more blast?
Yes, ma'am.
We got one more blast.
Diane and all the kids down there.
Yes, looks like she's having lots of fun.
As is everybody else down there as well.
You know, we saw Tim Taylor.
Yes.
And we have a pretty special surprise, hopefully this Wednesday scheduled. He is going to take one of our cameramen or camera people up during the mass ascension of the Dawn Patrol. So it would be a first for us, correct? We've never had anybody in the Dawn Patrol.
Not with a live camera. We've gotten pictures out of there, but no, I don't think we've not flown a live camera in Dawn Patrol. So yeah, we're scheduled to do that on Wednesday. So
yes.
we'll
So let's keep our fingers crossed that Mother Nature graces us with some kind weather on Wednesday, and I'm sure there'll be some spectacular views, and maybe they'll get us up here on the rooftop studio as they fly.
Yeah, we've managed to send some of our official photographers up in Dawn Patrol the last couple of years. And so that the pictures that they actually have sent back to see, we've all seen cities from the air in an airplane, but to see over Balloon Fiesta and just to see the lines of traffic, and if the balloons are starting to get up, then we able to look back down, see the balloons lighting up. It's kind of like the helmet camera from Team Fast Tracks, which is our parachute team. They're back this year as well. And I talked to them yesterday, and they said they've done an entire rebuild of their helmet camera system. So we're looking forward to having that system up working for us during the jumps at 5 o'clock and again at 7:30. At 5 o'clock, they'll bring in the flag, and at 7:30, they'll jump with pyrotechnics.
Yes.
Now, we don't come on until 6 o'clock, so we'll record their jump at 5 and play it back at 6.
Right. But that view of that camera is a little bit quicker than what we would get.
Yeah, because those guys are moving.
Yeah, they're hauling.
Those guys are absolutely moving.
Yes.
So just starting to see some light come up. And I'm
a little bit cooler on the level here. I can feel the little bit of that drainage wind coming through at this point. And the mountains are somewhat secluded in clouds at this point. But a beautiful morning here in Albuquerque at the 53rd annual ExxonMobil Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta.
Yeah, before we go back to Diane real quick, I'm wondering what's going on at pilot's briefing, because they should have gotten away to the weather by now, but they must have a whole lot of housekeeping stuff going on there. Oh, okay. So they actually got through it, and we all right. We'll move forward, and we'll check our other sources to pick up what the official word is from them. But let's head down to Diane.
I found the youngest pilot ever right here, Benjamin. Benjamin is what, 4 years old, 5 years old? Benjamin, are you the pilot of this balloon?
Oh! This balloon can fly, and we can't fly today because it's too windy for us, and we can't fly.
Are we trying to do a show on the ground, buddy?
Yes.
Yeah?
What's the name of your balloon?
Dream the Fountain, and all we gotta get the fan in the basket, boys, and
Are you proud, Dad?
I am. I am very proud of my son. He is all about the balloon. Benji, you want to help me burn? So we show him the Dreams Fulfilled is the balloon we're doing this morning. All right, ready? Here we go.
That's a 5-year-old. That is a lot of power. That's a lot of power in your hand pulling that, isn't it?
Yes. Are we having fun, buddy? Are we having a good morning?
Yep. And what hotel are we at?
We're about a hotel. We're about having a balloon.
He wants to go back to the swimming pool at the hotel, I think. That is fine. That's what all 5-year-olds want to do here in the desert. And you're from?
Topeka, Kansas. Topeka, Kansas.
How many years have you been here?
This is my 14th year as a pilot at Fiesta.
And what about all this crew out here watching you? What do you think of all these folks?
I love the crew that I have. I've got crew from here in Albuquerque. I've got crew from home around in northeast Kansas. So love a big crew and love to have a good time.
And you're going to give us another blast so we can pan. Kevin's going to pass. Everybody wave! Back to you, the rooftop studio.
Well, we may have gotten our weather brief, correct, Art?
I'm sorry.
I said we may have gotten our weather brief from Little Benjamin.
From Little Benjamin,
Yes.
he had it there. So we had been kind of clued in ahead of time that what the game plan today was that we would be doing a static display. And we've noticed that Dawn Patrol, and we heard Tim and Benjamin and a couple of the other guys talk about not being able to fly and being willing to fly. And, of course, as you look at the balloons, they're rock solid stable right now. And the idea is that it is calm right here, right now. So the winds are forecast to pick up pretty quickly once the sun comes up. So we don't want to be putting balloons in the air at a very nice, and then have them be up and have to try and land in high winds.
Right.
So the game plan, we believe, is for us to be doing a static display. I don't have that confirmed everywhere, but that is what we were tipped off that was probably going to happen. And yeah, we can see some we just saw some of the clouds there.
Yeah, a little bit of Virga.
I was going to say, is there did I see Virga in there?
Yeah,
Virga, of course, rain falling that doesn't hit the ground. And so when you have showers or even Virga, because that's really showers, there it is, off to the kind of the right side. You see it starting to fall down. That tends to cause some outflows. So that's when you get these gusty winds coming at you. And so we're erring on the side of safety and caution. And we want to keep balloons on the ground today. But of course, for those of the folks who are out here, and even those watching, that's the time. It's really nice because the balloons stay. You have an opportunity to get to be up close and personal with many more balloons than they would if they inflate and fly away.
This is like a large balloons aloft, but although they're not going aloft today.
Yeah, except they're not.
So if you're out here on the field and you're listening to us, or if you ever come out on the field and they're doing a static, I really encourage you as a pilot, go up, ask as many questions as you would like. We don't bite.
Today's the day to not have your chair because you don't want to be hauling it from balloon to balloon to balloon. It's the day to wander the field, to be able to go around and see all those types of things. So yeah, it's absolutely that way. And you know, one of the last times we did a full field static was really the only time we had the entire field with balloons standing up. Because when we launch in waves. So there's really only about two rows at each end of balloons that are standing up. And as they fly away, the rows just kind of move down the line. So hopefully we'll be able to stand everybody up at the same time today, and that'll give us some more great pictures. And we'll see. It should be a great morning.
Yep, there's a great shot there of Tristan McLean in the ExxonMobil balloon.
So he and the two Fiesta balloons are the balloons of the day today. So normally they would have taken off with the America's flag and the New Mexico state flag and the national anthem, which is on the schedule for 7 o'clock this morning, or about 23 minutes or so. So Diane continues to stay busy. Diane?
Okay, this is going to be a first at Balloon Fiesta Live. First here, we've got some whooping ladies here.
I'm Dina from Tampa, Florida.
And Rosalie from Charlotte, North Carolina.
And Chris from Tampa, Florida.
And they came in front of the camera and they did their woo-woos. And now, not just by looking at them, but the pilot needs a little more weight in his basket. He needs a little more weight. So these young ladies are going to go in the back door of the basket.
There's actually a door.
There's a door. They're wondering how they can get in. And now we're going to follow them in, Kevin. They're going to be a little extra ballast, which I've never seen before, a pilot. I mean, talking about getting close and friendly with these pilots, they haven't met him before, but they're taking these ladies from Tampa, Florida, into the basket. Here we go.
Come on, you come in too.
What? You know, this is so...
What do you think?
We're ready to go.
Scott, you know, with Too Grateful, the balloon, we've never seen this before. We've never seen a pilot invite visitors into his basket.
Love it.
You're welcome. Glad to help. Enjoy it.
Love it. Thank you.
What do you think of this event? I mean, would you imagine coming here and getting into... You don't know him?
No. Wonderful. We love it.
We are so
Amazing.
blessed. Truly a lifetime
I know. This is an
experience.
amazing experience.
I mean, most people sit in the stands, right, and just watch. You guys are right here. Oh, let's take a
Selfie here.
selfie. Balloon Fiesta Live. This is exciting. Watch us back. Thank you. Back to you.
Thanks, Diane. That's Scott Vesley.
Yeah, we know that pilot. They'll be okay.
A little bit, yeah.
And if not, just talk to us and we'll take care of it for you. Yeah, known Scott since he was a teenager. So
he's been flying a while.
He has. He has. I didn't know that he had gotten a basket, a door on his basket. Kind of a new thing. You know, when we all were flying, you figured out how to flop your leg over the side and kind of fall into the basket, if you will. We used to tell people there's kind of no graceful way to get in or out of the basket. And then a couple people figured out a way to put a basket in, more so for mobility challenged, wheelchairs, those types of things. And I've noticed a lot more pilots are going that way to be able to put a door in so that you don't have to go over the side. It also allows you to build the sides of the baskets a little higher so that you don't feel like you could be easily falling out.
The first time I flew in one with the door, those baskets are really tall.
Yeah.
And I was quite shocked. I was used to flying a Firefly. You know, we only had 3 sides on ours.
Right.
And I would usually a lot of times sit on the side while I was flying.
Yeah, because those sides are actually very low on the
Correct.
Firefly, the 3-sided ones.
Correct.
So.
Beautiful shot of the sun starting to crest the Sandia Mountains there and all the people out on the field. You know, we talk about you monitor the YouTube page, I monitor the Facebook page, and I think it's time that I could do a couple shout outs here. I have Debbie Eagle Gala from Ohio checking in. So good morning to you there in Ohio. The state just to the, well, depending on how you look at the map, to the left of me or the west of me in Pennsylvania. We also have, let's see here, from Central Arkansas. Where did they go? Oh, I just lost them. But we have Judith Donato watching in Palm Beach, Florida. So enjoy the Florida beaches this morning if you have the opportunity to. Who you got over there?
So Baltimore is wanting to show up. Canada, Ontario, Canada is watching. Topeka, Kansas is watching as well. I saw someone from China checking in. So, and somebody says, yeah, it's really weird to be watching this in the afternoon. So they must be in a totally major different time zone. Appleton, W. I don't know if that's Washington or
Wisconsin.
Just the W?
Yep. Well, they may have missed it.
They missed it. Yeah,
early.
So that's
they
why
didn't have their coffee
it
yet.
could be other places. Hey, we just saw the ladies from Tampa Bay. Well, your friends in Tampa Bay are watching you as well. So let's see what we got.
Well, we just had a pilot who was here last year, and unfortunately he's not here this year, but Mr. Nils from Germany, and he was flying Ibex here last year. He says, unfortunately, Ibex is not there, but greetings from the land of enchantment to you.
All right. Let me see what else I got here. Somebody talking, let's see. Yep, here's the one from China. I'm just catching up. I scrolled all the way back so I could see. And my phone is blowing up with all the entries there. So we'll get the QR code up again for just a little bit later for you to get entered in there. When it pops up, if the Balloon Fiesta Live logo is still over the lower corner, wait for that to drop out of the way before you scan the code. But let's see here.
I got a good one for you here. That we have some people.
Somebody's watching from the Sid Cutter Pavilion, which is just over on the other side of the field over there.
Well, I had Patricia Bailey. She's in Maine and she's watching us, but her family is in the RV section and says they love the live feed over in the RV section.
Oh, cool.
So
cool. Hey, you know, if you're in an RV around the park in one of our RV lots, you can actually watch Balloon Fiesta Live, Balloon Fiesta TV, 24/7 on Channel 28. So over the air, Channel 28, you can watch us there. The other thing is that we know that we're being streamed on KANW.org. That's a local NPR radio station in town. And so they are putting our stream on their website. Hey, thanks for doing that. We'll be on a couple of the TV stations' websites midweek. The local TV stations tend to do their own show on the weekends. So lots of opportunities for people to watch it. And of course, if you're in Albuquerque and you are a Comcast customer, then you can get us on Community Access Channel 27.
So we're being seen everywhere, and that's a good thing. And if you can't make it out here, that's the next best thing.
So don't forget to share this with your friends and have them tune in wherever they are watching from.
Well, before we go to Diane, the one person I probably need to say thanks for watching, and I just got a text from my wife, Valerie, back in Pennsylvania.
Good morning, Val.
Morning. Diane, down to you.
Okay, I've got Annika here from Aurora, Colorado, and she's not sitting up. That's fine, because I found them very cozy here. Annika, you're experienced Balloon Fiesta goer. Yes. You're very prepared. You brought your coffee, your donuts, your blankets, and what's going on here?
Oh, we're just hanging out, and our son is out collecting cards from the balloons, and we're just excited to be here and see what happens today.
But again, you don't want to crane your neck at all to look up. You're just laying here. You've got a great view from down here.
You want me to crane my neck?
Okay, now why are you lying down here like this?
Well, we had to get up quite early this morning. We drove down from Colorado yesterday, so we're tired, but we're full of excitement. So we found a comfortable spot to hang out, and here we are.
Are you afraid that in the dark that people are going to step on you?
Maybe.
Tell me about your daughter.
This is Brecklin. She's 4 years old, and she loves the balloon fiesta. Yeah.
Brecklin, can you wave to the cameraman over there? Do people say anything to you when you're lying down here other than me and Balloon Fiesta Live?
Not yet, but maybe now that we have some attention on us, we might get some fans.
I think you got it right. You know, we have bleachers here at Balloon Fiesta. I mean, at the Balloon Fiesta, bleachers, and we got picnic tables, plenty of space to walk. But I think you've got the great idea just to lay back here and look up. And how many balloons do you see?
Oh, I see. Oh, wow, they're coming up. I see maybe like 10.
Coming up.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to sit up.
Maybe we should sit up. Yeah.
Sit up. The balloons are coming up. We're going to. Okay, no, let's stay back here. Okay, we're relaxing. Back to you, Ted and Art.
Thanks, Diane. She always seems to manage to find a way to get down, take a nap on the ground.
I'm telling you,
every year
she's trying
she's
to sleep
down,
on the job one way or another.
She is. So you were just mentioning we're starting to feel the breeze come at us. In fact, I noticed our little flags right here, they've changed a little bit. The anemometer above is, so we've picked up a little bit. So, and Tristan McLean has stood up the ExxonMobil balloon. So we're getting much closer to the national anthem and the official start of Balloon Fiesta number 53, the ExxonMobil Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. You're watching Balloon Fiesta Live with Art Lloyd Jr. and Ted Maes, Diane Kinderwater down on the field. Great production team of Windfire Productions will be here all week.
We're not even dark on Tuesday.
No. We do get to enjoy Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday afternoons off, evenings off, but we're here all the rest of the time. Hey, once of course you start talking about where people are checking in from, everyone else checks in. So Rio Rancho, the Tumbleweeds ate my Balloon Fiesta Live license plate during a battle on I-25. Oh, sorry, Nancy. Sorry to hear that. Willow Grove, Pennsylvania is in the audience. Canfield, Ohio. I saw Colorado Springs. Amy's about 3 miles from the park here. Let's see. Statesville, North Carolina, the nation's capital, Virginia. There's Colorado Springs, Los Lunas, New Mexico, Fort Wayne, Indiana. Northeast Pennsylvania is watching.
Well, I have Tom Walker here who says, good morning from Rock Hill Furnace, PA. Sadly, this is the first Fiesta they've missed in 17 years.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
But you can watch everything here with us, Tom, on Balloon Fiesta Live.
And we're glad to
all
bring
the
it to
events.
you. Yep,
So thanks for watching.
So there's a nice shot of well, it's mostly the Dawn Patrol. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the right are the Dawn Patrol balloons. And then you see the Fiesta Gold balloon and the ExxonMobil balloon.
I think that's Matthew Grody right there. I think that's him.
Is that him in his?
Yeah, that's how
Yep,
great.
there, yeah,
look
see,
at that,
look at the bottom of the balloon.
camera. So Ruthie,
Yeah.
there's your son right there.
There he is. Okay. Diane, did you get off the ground yet?
I'm off the ground, but you know, that was really a good idea, just to lay down on the ground and look up and see all the balloons. Really, you don't have to crane your neck, and especially if you have a heavy Balloon Fiesta hat on with all my beautiful pins.
Yep.
I have Diana here from Destin, Florida, but originally from Vietnam.
Right.
And you flagged me down because you wanted to say hi.
Hello. I'm glad to be here. It's beautiful. It's awesome. I wish I can be on one of the balloons. But thank you. Thank you for having all this. It's great.
And what age were you when you left Vietnam?
I was 7 years old.
And what do you remember of your home country?
Not very much. It was during the fall of Saigon. Yeah. It's been 50 years now.
Are you planning to go back?
No, this is home.
This is home. But a lot of people, a lot of Americans are going to Vietnam. A lot of my friends have gone and say what a beautiful country your home country is.
It is beautiful.
And who did you bring with you to Balloon Fiesta?
My fiance, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
And my supervisor, Donald, and his wife, Lisa.
And your first time here?
First time, yes.
Coming from Destin, beautiful Destin.
Yes, thank you. This is awesome.
Yes. Is it what you expected?
More than I expected. Yeah, a lot more balloons. I can't wait for all of them to be up in the air.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming to Balloon Fiesta.
Thanks, Diane. Always great to really have people enjoy Balloon Fiesta. We're just looking at the crowd down here. So a great number of people on the field today. Usually, the first day always likes to bring a lot of people. That's also when the traffic jams are out there.
Yeah.
So we always tell people the field opens, the gates open at 4:30 from the morning sessions, 3:30 for the afternoon session. So if you are coming out, you definitely want to get here early. And of course, the first day, everyone's trying to remember what the traffic patterns are. Which lane do I need to be in, where and when, and all that kind of stuff. So it's a first day, but it always gets better as we move down. There's Matthew on the far right.
And Tristan on the far left. And when I was coming back from Joe Harris yesterday after the balloons aloft, Tristan decided to land right at the corner of West Side and Unser. So I pulled over, and they saw me, and their social media team were like, "Hey, come on, get in the basket." So we had a lot of fun yesterday morning with the enchanted Horizons hot air balloon team.
One of the people on our YouTube said, "Is that Sir Mix-a-Lot?" And I'm wondering what are they talking about? But in this shot, there it is in the lower right-hand corner. That sure appears like it's going to be the cement truck, brand new special shape last year. And so, yeah. And the nice thing about that is it flies around here quite regularly. So we get to see the cement truck in the sky here in Albuquerque a lot.
Yeah, I saw Chris Braden, the pilot in command of that balloon at registration, and he was telling me all about how many times he'd flown it and how it reacted. Because, flying a regular balloon is one thing. Flying a shape is a whole different world, to be quite honest with you.
Yes.
I've done several over the years, and some of them make some very weird noises, and some of them take forever to get inflated because they're so massive. Wait, looking at someone get ready to inflate there to go static. Let's see. That balloon right there is Cupid's Heart, getting ready to inflate, and it's flown by Adrian Held, and he's from Switzerland.
Always a favorite balloon. The Farmers Insurance, that's Rod Baca.
And the balloon that the ladies got in is right there to the left with the pennants flowing on it.
Yep. The company that sponsors Scott,
Iron Edge,
changed their name a couple of years ago. So I always keep wanting to refer to it by its old name, but.
Well, it's funny, again, we're talking about people checking in, and the minute I mentioned my wife, my neighbor texted me, so it's just kind of funny. So good morning, Mark and Melanie Baumgartner there in Gibsonia, Pennsylvania.
So there you go. So we talked about having a drone shot when the balloons weren't flying. There you are. So high above the rooftop studio, looking back down. So now you can definitely see Sir Mix-a-Lot, almost dead center in the screen, and then right above it, there's the Fiesta Gold balloon with ExxonMobil. Off to the rest of the Dawn Patrol and a couple of Krispy Kreme guys over there on the far there. See, they're just outside of that shot, so a little farther to the west. All right, so there's the new camera angle.
Look at the people. Look at the people.
Yep. And you see the red kind of in the lower right-hand corner. That was the tarp that they laid the balloon out on. Just kind of helps protect the fabric from anything that might be underneath the.
And because they're not going to take off and fly the flag, you can see his crew down there, his gotten a bunch of kids to do the American flag, and they're waving it. So I think when we do the national anthem, that's a great part about ballooning. You can involve anybody. When I used to fly out here, if I landed in a neighborhood near a house and there were kids, I invited everyone over, and we just made a party of it. So it's part of that community outreach. It's part about landowner relations. I was talking with Nancy Wirtz earlier in the week.
There's a great shot of your kids.
Yeah, there you go. And, it's really important that you're a good citizen when you're out there as a pilot in command, and making sure that you're watching out for not just yourself and your crew, but basically the community of ballooning.
Right, exactly.
So
and every report, every pilot and crew member that I talked to that participated in Albuquerque or Balloons Aloft yesterday said they had massive kid crowds and parents and stuff, and everybody was just thrilled.
And she's going to get mad at me, but if you look in the top right-hand corner there's a red Fiesta jacket. Those are our safety officials.
Right.
And there's Nita Courtney Bueno. She thinks she's telling people the what down there. So, good morning, Nita. And she'll be angry at me now.
She
goes back
is
and
she the one
watches.
just outside the?
She's right. She's right behind on the top right. They're having. I can't tell who she's speaking with.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
with one of the other ones.
Nope, you got him. There you go.
There she is. Yep, I do see that. Yeah, the one with the jacket. The guy was his back to us, and now we see her front.
I can't tell. That may be Dale Patton. I'm not really sure.
Doesn't look like Dale.
No.
And then Lynn, one of the launch directors, the one with the zebra hat. So one of the assistant chiefs or whatever title they have, launch zone areas. So yeah.
3 local pilots there. Keith to catch with To Catch a Breeze, flying the General Mills banner. And then we talked about Sean Spiker and Gut Wrenched. And then we have right to the left right there.
Eric Greenwood.
He and I refer to each other as doctors. We're not doctors. I don't know where it started. But when we see each other, we always say, "Good morning, doctor."
So now we have our mobile camera, and we're kind of following a zebra, who are our launch directors. There's about 50 of them. And so they're the ones that would launch balloons, but they're also one of the ways that we communicate to the pilots. Hey, here's what we're going on, here's what we're doing, double check everything, make sure that everybody knows that we need to be ready for this, that, or the other thing. And so we're just 1 minute away from our national anthem, and at the end of our national anthem, we expect a flyover by the Chile Flight Express. So we'll be watching for that as well.
All right, you guys know the briefing, right?
I think we'll also have all of the pilots that are not flying or not staticking. They'll set up their systems like we just saw, and when they have that flyover, you're going to see a pretty amazing thing. It always gives me chills when I see that happen here on the field as the flyover happens with all of the burners going. So it'll be a little bit extra special this morning, because normally there's no balloons on the ground for the most part when that happens. Sometimes
we've sent off the Dawn Patrol. We might have a few Krispy Kremes standing up. We have the balloons of the day that take off with the flag. And interesting that they have the flag hanging out like that. I'm thinking things may be changing from what we have seen, or they may let the balloon of the day go. We'll have to just wait and see. As well, we have communication channels. Everybody's working hard to make things happen this morning, and sometimes the communicate gets on the back end. So what's the phrase that you aviate, navigate, and then communicate?
Correct.
Yeah, so you get done what you need to get done.
And here we go
so
with
let's
our
pick up the
anthem.
national anthem now from the stage.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Wow.
Yeah.
I get goosebumps.
Yep.
And I think we just created the largest thermal in New Mexico.
Yeah. You can feel that heat up here.
You can.
You
And
can
look-
feel
and
that
look-
heat.
And that red of the sunrise. What an amazing view out here at Fiesta
Yeah.
Field. My goodness.
One of the longest all burns. Wow.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. Incredible.
This is 53 of 53 for me, and that was probably the most incredible flyover that I've seen.
Incredible. With the Chile Flight Express flying over. Great rendition of our national anthem by Deanna Richards. And of course, the all burn to honor America. Balloons standing. You saw it all right here on Balloon Fiesta Live. That'll make the highlight reel for sure. Yeah. Now, the idea is for the Chile Flight Express, I believe they're going to do the same thing. Again, they haven't all briefed all of us. They usually, after they do that flyover, which we just saw, and then they kind of circle around, come back from east to west, and we'll do a split view over the field. We'll watch for that while we head down and check in with Diane.
So I have here Orvin Olivier from
Sioux Falls,
South Dakota. And he is so proud to have flown at least 50 or 51 of our 53 years at the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. Orvin?
I started when I was very young, seriously. But I was working for Raven Industries at the time, which was the major balloon builder back then. And I was in the balloon sales and marketing department for Raven, and I was their chief pilot.
But 50 years, what are some of the highlights, the few highlights? And I know you've flown in China. Where else?
Well, I've flown in China, Inner Mongolia, Japan, several countries in Europe. A few years back, we flew at the Arctic Circle in Finland during summer solstice.
How is that? How can you describe that for me?
Well, the Arctic Circle is not very well populated. It's huge, huge water and a lot of forest. And should we just wait a minute? Oh, we were just launching at the end of a lake that was 25 miles long at midnight, launching at midnight. And I said, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I have no idea where I'm ever going to land and never be found again.
That might have been it for you, Orvin, right? But you're back here at Albuquerque's International Balloon Fiesta.
Yes, this is so special. You know, the Fiesta is tremendous, but after this many years, we're all friends, and it's the people that really make it for us at this point in time. So.
We're right here at H4, and you had your friends coming up congratulating you this morning. What makes this H4, this H row, so special?
Well, this row is dedicated to just several of our friends. We all get to be together every year here, and we have tailgate parties and do everything together. But we've been doing this so long now that it's just a family affair. It really is.
And what about the public? Has the public changed over the years? Has Fiesta changed over the years?
Oh, of course. Well, what has really changed is Albuquerque as a city. You know, back in '75 when I first came here, it was wide open, and we had all these places to land and do things. And now it's you know, Albuquerque's become a big city, and the landing spots are fewer and stuff. So it's much more challenging to fly nowadays. But
what about the public? What about the event itself? How has it changed?
Oh, it's huge, you know, and it's great. You know, it's the most spectacular event in the world, period. There's nothing like it anywhere in the world.
The most spectacular event in the world, period. And you've been around the world, Orv.
We've been very fortunate, yeah.
Thank you so much. We at Balloon Fiesta Live appreciate you, your comments, and what you offer to the public here and to the spectators. Thank you, Orv. Appreciate you. Thanks.
Are we off the air?
We're not off the air. We're never off the air. We're always off the air. Back to you at the studio.
No, I was going to tell you about when everybody was burning their burners. To give you an idea of the power of these burners, my furnace at my house puts out 85,000 BTUs heat. BTUs being British thermal units, measurement of heat. So my furnace is 85,000 BTUs of heat. These two burners, 32 million. 32 million BTUs of heat.
It's the hottest place to be on Earth, right here at the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. Now we're off the air, Orv.
Thanks, Diane. Thanks, Irv. Give our congratulations and thanks to him as well. So a number of things happened while we were talking to Diane. We saw the flyover with another all burn by the pilots. Now we're with JB Aiken, our mobile cam. JB was going to fly the camera for us today, but he's at least going to go ahead and set the balloon up. I did just get some confirmation on a couple of things as well. We are going to do a static display, and I got some details about why. So while we've talked about it's really calm here on the ground, at 500 feet above the ground, it's already 11 miles an hour, almost 12. And at 1,000 feet off the ground, which is where we're supposed to be flying, it's 20-mile-an-hour winds. So right on the ground, we're good, but you don't have to go very high, and it gets windy, very windy. In fact, someone on the feed is pointing out that all the smoke from the chilly flyover went away really quick. So that's what's happening up there. In fact, even just looking at the clouds are moving away too. Yeah. So it's all about the winds above, but that's going to make for a really cool static display here on the ground. We'll get all the balloons stood up, and so we will, in fact, now that we've gotten through the national anthem and our balloon of the day, we're seeing balloons stand up all over the place. There's Duke City. We talked about Sir Mix-a-Lot. Chris Brayton does have that balloon standing up.
That's a real heavy balloon, too. Look at how
is.
yeah. You know, as a pilot, we're both pilots, when you think about those types of wind speeds, you know, you get a lot of people out here that get disappointed, but we want this to be the safest operations possible. As you're flying, the rule of thumb is to have a safe landing, you need about 1,000 feet for every knot of wind to land safely. So if you think about 20 miles an hour,
right,
you would probably need about 5 miles worth of open space to land properly. When you have 500 balloons in the air, there are not 5-mile tracks, as Orvin was speaking earlier. Back in the day, you had 20 miles of open space that you could land. That's not the case anymore around here. So again, the safety team here, they take huge precautions in making sure that everybody is safe, because we want to have an enjoyable event. And back to Orvin a little bit, I met him years ago. He came up to me. We had rebuilt a balloon. I'm not sure if it's here this year. I don't believe that it is. It was Retro Bird back in the day, flown by Tony Polito. It was a remake of the old Ed Black's balloon that everyone, if you
yellow
grew up here
one
now,
with the blackbird.
With the blackbird. If you knew about that, Orvin said, "Hey, I got something for you." You know, he was there at Raven Industries forever. That was where the first balloon was made. He actually gave me the original test inflation photograph.
Oh, cool.
Of that balloon. So
cool.
Many thanks many years ago, but we've stayed in touch, and he's a wonderful individual and a jewel in the ballooning community.
Yes. Yep. So a minute ago we saw the drone shot, and I was thinking, you know, when you come out to the field, everybody comes out and they hang out along Main Street. And that would have been the perfect shot if he's still up there and we get that drone shot. Here's all the crowd. Look, they're all there on the right-hand side of the field between the tents and those first balloons. But if you were to zoom out just a little bit, you don't have to look out very far, and look at all the green grass that's out there. So if you want to kind of get away from the crowds when you come out, don't just hang out by the tents there. Move out to the west and get out in among the balloons, and you'll have a lot better space. So I just saw that someone said that JB is their brother-in-law. They'll be here on Wednesday.
All right.
So yeah. So we were talking about Firefly baskets, also known as balloon works and barns and all that kind of stuff. Triangular baskets, and they also have those rattan type uprights which hold the burner up and connect everything together. But he's so excited to being able to fly the camera and put the banners on his basket. He's just, yeah.
Well, I flew Fireflies for years.
You did?
So people understand there are 3 points where the balloon's going to attach, and if you guys can go back and look at that on the uprights there, those supports that go up on the 3 sides actually go up underneath the basket. So when I would do my briefing for the passengers, I would say, keep your hands away from here. And here's the deal. If one of these goes, it's okay, we'll fly a little sideways. If 2 of them goes, it's going to be a little bit tricky. But if they all 3 go, we should have bought a lottery ticket. That's how safe these things are.
Yeah, exactly,
So,
yeah.
And there you can see.
I know the tanks down in the corners, yeah.
Come in handy sometimes when you're coming in a fast landing. You can shove people in behind the tanks, and it stops them from bouncing out.
I only flew a Firefly a couple times. So there's the UNM balloon. Chick-fil-A is deflating.
Cherry on top. And unfortunately, the Lobos had a misfortune yesterday at San Jose State. They lost their football game, but they'll be back next week here at home.
And the balloon looks great.
And the balloon looks great.
Diane, up to you, down to you, over to you.
Okay. I've got Karina and Glenn from Arkansas, and they flagged me down. And you said, what did you say, Karina?
I said, I've been watching you on Facebook Live and on your show, and I wanted to know, what do we need to be doing while we're here?
And I said, how did you know to watch Balloon Fiesta live all the way from Arkansas?
I have been watching online for years. I've been wanting to come for years.
And the show is pretty informative?
Yeah, absolutely. I knew where to go and where to park and things like that, so it's helpful.
And you saw me with my crazy hat.
All the balloons you've been visiting all this morning, watching the Dawn Patrol conversations and everything.
Well, where? On your phone right now? On your cell?
Yeah.
Where's your cell? Oh, so you're on the field. That's the best way.
Yeah.
No, show me.
Driving up here, I was watching you Facebook Live, so we knew what we were missing and what was going on, because the lines are long.
Let me see it on your phone.
Well, I don't have it up right now.
Oh, that is so crazy.
Yeah.
There. Oh, look it.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Show it to her. We just saw you on Facebook Live.
I love that.
On Balloon Fiesta Live, you were just on there, Corinne.
Yeah. And now everyone has seen us, so join us.
So there still is plenty to do.
Yeah.
There is still plenty to do. And again, you're going to be a faithful viewer of Balloon Fiesta Live.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful young
Nice to
lady.
meet you.
Thank you so much. And you need to bring your own coffee and everything.
All because of your tips.
You're adorable.
Thank you.
You're adorable. Thank you.
She's got it figured out, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks to
Balloon Fiesta Live.
Appreciate that.
Online and on air.
There you go.
247-365.
So, yep. So for those of you just joining us, we are not actually going to fly this morning. We're going to stand all of our balloons up and do a wonderful static display here on the field. If you're on the field, you'll be able to wander amongst all the balloons and see them. Get up close and personal, because they're not going to fly away from you today.
Not today, no. Nope. See Al Nels in Perfect World, is that right?
Yeah, the new world balloon from the 50th. Jewel Cutter built that. I actually got to meet Al yesterday. It's like, I know of you. I mean, I've certainly know of you. And he says, well, I've certainly heard of you. You're a legend. And I thought, wow, I don't think of myself as that.
I believe he's a 2-time world champion, if I'm not mistaken.
And yeah, he's got all kinds of those championship deals. I can't keep everybody's records straight.
Well, speaking about a champion, we have on our stage here from the board of directors, Mr. John Davis, champion of ballooning in New Mexico for eons. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, John. Thanks for coming up and joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
So, what do you think about especially that opening ceremony, huh?
Absolutely spectacular. You know, it's a beautiful morning. A little wind, but that still doesn't.
But it's high. It's not windy here.
I know. You're behind a big shade here too. It's going to get a little windy later on, but it is windy aloft, and unfortunately, I know a lot of people don't see it because you can't see it. Looks great.
One of our viewers pointed out that the smoke from the Chile Flight Express went away really fast.
Yes, it did.
And we just gave the wind speeds up there. So yeah, so there's a little bit of visualization of that. John, you've been here with Balloon Fiesta for a very long time now, and lots of capabilities, and longtime member of the board of directors. What's really happening? What still excites you? Let's do it that way.
I think it's still the flight of the balloons. You can't be unhappy around balloons. And I think that's one of the great things is you can go out on the field and you don't see any frowns. Well, there may be a couple of grouches out there, but usually everybody is smiling. The kids are great. I think that's one of the most wonderful things is to see the children and see them. Of course, we all still do that, I think, don't we?
Yeah. Looking up, mouth open, etc. And actually, we're now looking down. I don't know if you can see that shot, but we have our drone up, so you can actually look down on the field, just kind of step over a little bit, so we can see how we're getting the.
Yeah.
There was a Saturday a few years ago that we had everybody standing up. We got some incredible pictures. This is a day we're going to do that again.
We got some better pictures. I don't know how many people are. It looks like most of them are going to stand up, which is great.
From that drone, they're throughout the entire field. Because again, we talked about this when we launch in waves, so we only have 4 or 5 rows standing up at a time, and as they fly away, others do.
And today we've got them all standing up at once.
It's going to be a great day.
And I think, it's kind of like a balloon glow when the crowd can go out and wander through the balloons and see them standing up, and not have to worry about being in the way of somebody taking off or anything. Now they can go out and look at the balloons, talk to the pilots. Pilots are more than happy to explain what's going on in the balloon and around them. So it's a beautiful morning for that.
It is. Tell me a little bit about the board of directors. What do they do?
Stand around and look pretty.
Okay. All right. Thanks, John. Thanks for coming up.
There are 24 of us. We're all volunteers. We're part of just about 1,000 volunteers that are involved in making the Fiesta happen, really. I think 1,000 plus the board and plus about 20-some in the staff in the office and make this all happen. And it's amazing that we can put all this together with that small number of people.
It is. And everybody who puts a lot of hours in throughout the year.
Yeah.
We're announcing the 2026 theme on Monday.
Yeah.
So, 2026 is already underway, and we're only at the first hour of 2025.
Well, part of it is the planning that has to go on.
Yeah.
It looks, when we step out the door this morning, it looks perfect. And it looks seamless, and those of us on the inside can see the warts, but they're not a big problem. And so we can go on and say, okay, we've done this well this year, and here we go again.
John Davis, Board of Directors member, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks
for your support
having me this morning.
For Balloon Fiesta Live. Appreciate that.
Thanks, John.
So we're getting an opportunity to see inside the balloon. Again, there's JB, and he's looking inside. He's got his balloon. They got the fan on, the inflator fan, putting cold air or cooler air, ambient air into the balloon. He's checking the lines, making sure that everything is untangled. As they get lots more air in there, then he'll turn the burners on, heat the air up, the balloon will stand up, and he will join the static display.
Yep.
And here's your view from the crown line. That gentleman is holding a rope that is attached to the top center of the balloon. He's there for stabilization when they actually stand the balloon up. And then when it comes time to deflate the balloon, he'll help pull that back down. So he just got the thumbs up from the pilot that they're about to put heat in the balloon. He responded with a thumbs up that he was ready. So we'll watch that balloon come up as we get all kinds of balloons standing up. So while we watch that, we have our balloon meister, Henry Rosenbaum, joining us here on the set this morning. Good morning, Henry.
Yeah, good morning, Art.
Good morning, sir.
Ted, good morning.
How
and
are
to
you?
your crew. Good morning to your crew as well.
Hey, thanks for being here. So, explain to folks what's going on today. We've
one,
tried, but we're going to get it from you.
One, it's a fantastic day. Can't think of the first time I've been up here where I can wear a short sleeve shirt.
It's
this
amazing,
early in the morning. So the weather is fantastic. When you look out behind me, seeing the balloons just standing on the ground looks fantastic. Everybody's wondering why are we not flying.
Right.
I'm sure you've been telling everybody the winds aloft are just not the right conditions to be flying our balloons. But the winds on the surface are allowing us, at least for a short time, to be able to display the balloons. And sometimes the public likes that even better.
I
Because
think so.
many times I hear folks say, hey, look at that balloon, I want to go see it. And by the time they get over there, it's gone.
Yeah.
Well, now they have the opportunity to walk over there, see it, talk with the crew. So it's fantastic. So we've done this once before. This will be our second time doing it. So I encouraged all the pilots, I want to see more balloons being displayed than we did back in 22.
Right, we were just talking with John about that we had we had some great shots. We've got our drone up. You can see the field is starting to populate if you want to just peek around there.
Yeah, I do see that, yes.
Yeah, so we're starting to peek around. They're starting to stand up. And what about that opening ceremony,
that national anthem, yeah. So the fact that we were not having balloons being prepared to fly, because normally you've got balloons inflating during the national anthem.
Yes.
That allowed everybody to do the all burn. So we encouraged everybody, and everybody did it. And then to do the second all burn when they flew and did the second pass.
Amazing.
It's just amazing. I told my crew over on the stand over there, I said, let's see what happens when the American airline flies over if they do an all burn for that as well. So, but anyway.
If he'd get down low like Chili Flight did.
Yes, yes.
They could probably do it.
Yeah.
I told Art that was probably the largest thermal that we've seen in this
Yes.
part of the country in quite some time.
And I'll get some video from the Chili Flight folks, and I'll share that with you.
Excellent.
I've seen
Excellent.
some previous years, and it looks fantastic. So,
Excellent.
Hey, it's the first day. We're so excited to be here. We have thousands of people, viewers, that are wanting to be here. Myself, I've got crew that are back home that want to be here. I've got family that want to be here. So we want to give a shout out to those folks to say, one, a lot of them are supporting us and allowing us to be here by doing things back at home. So thank you. We miss you, but we're putting on a great show. We're glad you're being able to watch it, whether it's live or watch it later when you're recording it. And I got to give a special shout out. This year I got a little grandbaby, a 1-year-old granddaughter. So I want to say hi to Vienna. We love you. She probably doesn't realize what's going on yet, but one day she'll be out here walking around collecting pins and maybe one day flying a balloon as well.
When she's 16 and flying, we'll show that video where we shouted out when she was 1.
That's right. Yes.
That's it.
So Henry, can you tell the viewers, when does your morning start?
So this morning, my alarm clock went off at 2:45. I was out of my trailer at 3 o'clock, which I stay on site, so that's nice. And then I was down at our briefing trailer about 3:15. The weather team arrived at 3. And they're gathering data. They're making their own analysis. They're putting up our own weather balloons. Our first briefing with the Fiesta staff and some board members was at 4 o'clock. And then we have other meetings at 4:45. The main briefing for all the pilots and the crew at 6 o'clock. So in short, yeah, we start early. We get a lot of preparation the night before. But it starts early. But we know what we signed up for, so it's not a surprise. They didn't knock on the door and say, "Hey, you got to get up this early." But we love it. It's so fantastic, even for us. Even though we don't get to fly, we get to be part of this magnificent show and put it on. See the smiles on faces. Everybody that comes out here, their kid inside of them is being displayed.
Absolutely.
You can see that in the smiles and the happiness. We used to say it was a Kodak moment, but now it's just a fantastic opportunity to take video and videos and share those back to the world. So, and thank you all for what y'all are doing, you and your crew. Y'all have got long days too and long nights, and it's not just the thousands of people that are on the field today. Now it's the thousands and millions of people that will see this show live and later. So thank you.
You bet. Henry, thanks for coming by and joining us. Hopefully we'll see you a few more days this week to keep us up to speed on things.
I definitely will. And as always, I've got the Balloon Meister pin.
Oh, excellent.
I'm going to set it here, make sure the two of y'all got it. I've also got some for your crew.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thanks, Henry. We'll
Thank
get
you
you the Balloon Fiesta Live and announcer pins as well.
Thank you.
Part of the trade stuff that goes on.
It is that, yes.
All right.
Thank you both.
Thanks, Henry. Henry Rosenbaum, Balloon Meister, down to the field with Diane.
If we were at a football game, I'd say I was with a bunch of cheeseheads Wisconsin. Because I got folks here from the great state of Wisconsin. But they're not. Are you still a cheesehead even though we're not at a football game, Lynn?
We're still cheeseheads wherever we go.
Go Pack, go.
I even got cheese curds in my cooler.
Cheese curds in his cooler. So I have Lynn and 3 pilots, Terry, Joel, a student pilot, Becky, all from Wisconsin. Jill Playman, my good friend. Hi. And we have the crew with Check Up. Check Up. Why is your balloon called Check Up?
Well, this balloon was built by Kubitschek Balloons out of the Czech Republic. It's about 2 years old, and my family heritage, my mom's side of the family, she was 100% Czech, and so I'm half Czech, so I thought Check Up would be kind of an appropriate name.
And partly Check Up, it's spelled, we can see how it's spelled, C-Z-E-C-H, up, but what does it also Check Up refer to?
A doctor's appointment if I go get my checkup at the physician's office, right?
But why would you have a balloon named after a checkup?
You don't have to ask the pilot. He's very creative in his words and his thoughts.
Well, I think because you're in the medical field.
I am in the medical field, yes I am. So I guess that would be a checkup, wouldn't it?
I guess I'm telling the pilot why his balloon is called Checkup. Okay. Actually, my friend Jill Playman told me that's because you work in the medical field, just so you know.
Got it.
First time pilot here at Fiesta. You've been a spectator for 2 years. What do you think of this event?
Well, it's pretty awesome. Looking forward to actually getting the balloons in the sky.
And we know it takes a family to do this. It takes friends. And you're hosting these folks, some of these folks, aren't you, Jill?
Yes, some of them. And at the house, yes.
Yeah. So they're not just always at hotels or Airbnbs, but at personal homes. So that makes it easy, doesn't it? And this is your cousin, Barb?
Yes. Hello.
Hi, Barb.
Been here one time before, so it's awesome to be back, and it's so wonderful to have family in town to share it with.
Very nice. And what would you like to say, Terry?
I don't have a lot to say. It's nice to have a community here. We're going to have a good time. We'll bring the balloons up and hope everyone has a good time and enjoys the view. I've been on the other end watching at home, so it's fun to be here. And I've watched you live for years. I followed you.
So. You've watched Balloon Fiesta live for years.
Oh, yes.
Why is that?
Well, I can't be here. It's the next best thing to being here, and you guys do an awesome job covering with the footage, and there's someone out there talking about the pilots and their names and promoting the sports, so yeah.
The next best thing to being here is a Balloon Fiesta live. Everybody wave back to Wisconsin. Go Packers! Go Minnesota Vikings!
Diane's going to start a war down there on the field if she keeps that up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow. This is really
This
nice.
is going to be a really cool day, yeah. Well, we all love to be flying, to be able to see, and, I mean, just look at this. We just don't get the opportunity to see this many balloons standing up at the same time. Yeah, look at every time we go back to that shot, there's more balloons standing up.
Yeah, and that kind of reminds me, you'll remember this, of kind of an iconic photo from the 70s out at Sims Field that they took.
Yes.
As a child growing up in town, someone took the photograph, and it was on placemats and posters and so on and so forth. So really cool to see that.
And those are still around. Every so often,
yes.
those resurface, and that picture resurfaces. Yep. Yeah, typically taken from a plane or something like that. But yeah, to be able to have this, what a great day. And the sun is now up and hitting the balloons, so the colors are starting to pop on the balloons.
We even have a cloud hopper here, which nobody knows what that is. That's where a single pilot will strap themselves into that little seat, and they will go up and enjoy a flight all by their lonesome.
There's the seat. Yeah, with the seat belt. The tank is on the back. The person, yeah. Someone just discovered a cloud hopper, don't you think?
And those are about 35 to 40,000 cubic feet, much smaller than a normal balloon. In some cases, some of these larger ride balloons out here, you could fit one of those inside of it. And I was actually having a conversation with a couple of staff members from Fiesta yesterday. We were out at Joe Harris, and Beth Rice-Smith was out there. And we were having this discussion about, back in the day, there was a balloon called the Big One.
I know where you're going with this.
Sid Cutter owned it.
Yep.
And I guess Paul Smith and James Ahern had this wild idea of putting a balloon inside of a balloon and flying.
And flying it.
And they actually
did it. They did it.
And I was looking for that video, and I know I have it somewhere, so I will eventually get it. But it's pretty amazing.
It absolutely is amazing. I actually have a copy of that video.
I think Jim and Beth were flying the big one, and then you had
Paul was in the little one up inside.
And what they did was when the big one was on its side, there was a turning vent that they went in on the side of that and inflated the smaller balloon about the size of a cloud hopper.
Yeah,
that's where I was going with that.
Pretty amazing. Yeah, and you know, I was at the FAI Hall of Fame induction. The FAI, the Federal, and I never can say it in the right accent, but the Federal Aeronautique Internationale. It's the ballooning commission organizing area all across the world. Yeah, there's how he would sit inside that. Oh yeah, come on, sit in my lap.
Yeah, that kid's like, no way, I don't want to go anywhere. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, and the balloon is obviously standing up because you see the lines going up. So I was there, and they were talking about the early balloonists and how they were heroes and explorers and those types of things. And that's really what a lot of the early days was. Oh, can we fly a balloon inside a balloon? Can we fly a balloon across the mountains? Can we fly a balloon across the oceans? Can we fly a balloon around the world? People had these dreams, these ideas, and then worked to make that happen.
Well, even back in the 70s, Ben Abruzzo and Maxie Anderson used to take up hang gliders under balloons, if you remember that.
Oh, right, yeah.
They would go up and they would launch and they would let them go over the field. And
well, the whole double eagle going across the Atlantic, Larry Newman was supposed to hang glide off. So
they had to let that go for ballast, so they make it to France.
So they didn't quite get
I don't think
there.
he was real happy about it, but they made it to France.
They did.
There's Tom McConnell in the Zia balloon. Well, I guess I'm looking at the feed. I apologize.
Well, he was just there. Yeah, because the feed's just slightly behind, just that whole processing thing. There's the Fidelity Investments and Farmers Insurance, which we talked about. Meow Wolf right in the middle. Rax balloon is that yellow one. You can't see the logo, but the yellow piece off there, that's Rax. Frankie? I think Frankie's flying that one.
Yes.
Frankie Martinez.
There's a great shot right there because they're not lying with that dollar sign on a balloon. It costs some money to own and operate one of these. No matter if you buy it used or new, you will be spending some money every single year.
And the Penguins were right there. Yeah, look right through there. All you see is balloons.
Yeah.
It's just cool. Panning through there.
I believe that's Dawn Song.
Dawn Song. That's 3. I think it's Dawn Song 3.
Right.
Which means they've had about 3 versions of it.
Don Martinelli is a local pilot from Albuquerque.
Uh-huh. So I thought, the banner of the husband and wife lawyer team in town. They've been doing a whole lot of advertising. Good to see them on a balloon. Scott Hutchison has his kind of the gold balloon.
There's JB.
There's JB.
And
got
again,
people in the basket.
This is a great time if you're out on the field and you're listening to us. Go up and see a pilot. You get some great photographs with your kids or with yourselves, inside or outside the balloon. It's the next best thing from them not flying. That they're able to.
And then
be out here
look, and then get the picture. Yeah, because if you're going to fly, you're going to put your passengers in and you're going to fly away. If you're going to static here, I can let people get in, like we saw with Scott Vesley and those people from those gals from Florida, the Florida area.
And there's our
great time to go take your selfie pictures with the balloon. Maybe you can get in. Yep, see, okay. Let's put somebody else in. Gins and Griggles with Nancy Hinks. The clown balloon.
Not a fan of clowns. I love Nancy. I'm just not a fan of clowns.
Clowns?
Yeah. Captain Kangaroo kind of messed that up for me back when I was a kid.
Okay.
The town clown.
So about 550 balloons here, including about 110 special shapes. We'll feature the special shapes on Thursday and Friday. Not that we won't see most of them throughout the week.
Going back and seeing who people are watching us throughout the country, I have Steve LeMay from McKinney, Texas. Shmoo on, my friend.
Alexander, hey, it is the same commentators as last year. Art Lloyd Jr. and Ted Maes. My 10th year, Ted's second year here. Diane joined us last year. Someone mentioned earlier that they miss Ruth Lind. Ruth was our field reporter for a number of years. We miss Ruth as well. Unfortunately, Ruth passed away on September 3rd, so just basically a month ago. We're going to remember Ruth tomorrow morning early in the show, so we'll get the show started. Tomorrow, Sunday, is a day of remembrance here at Balloon Fiesta. All of the pilots and crew folks will be remembering those who have passed on, and we'll be honoring Ruth tomorrow morning here on Balloon Fiesta Live in the 6 to 6:30 time frame, so you'll want to tune in for that. But we all miss Ruth as well.
Wonderful person, vast knowledge, gas balloonist, hot air balloonist, and yeah, it was really sad, but she will fly on with us forever.
There you go, fresh off. So here's now another aspect. We talked about the crown line before, and so now here's this crew member that's giving people the opportunity to hold on to the crown line to feel what that feels like. So there's education going on here now about how all of this works. The Coca-Cola balloon, it'll be Coca-Cola Day coming up later this week. A new balloon, UMB, a new sponsor, they built a balloon. So they have gotten a ballooning program as part of their corporate marketing.
Well, let's go down on the field and see if Diane can educate us some more of what's going on down there. Diane?
Stand next to me. Oh, there's a hole there. Okay, you gotta come here.
So while we're waiting for Diane, we talked about the World Balloon. Sid Cutter, of course, the guy who founded all of ballooning, and we might as well just tell the story. Sid, Cutter Aviation, Sid's part of the family. They decided to have a party for their customers in their airplane hangar here, and they decided to do a World War I theme, and this is in 1971. So they said, well, World War I, hey, there were balloons around that. Maybe we need a balloon as a decoration.
Centerpiece.
Centerpiece is what they actually ended up doing, absolutely. And so they bought a balloon and they inflated it in this hangar. And then the story is that the next morning, Sid's brother came over, knocking on the door, said, well, let's go fly this balloon. And neither of them had flown balloons. They were airplane pilots, but they actually went and flew that. And we'll pick up that story after we check in with Diane.
Okay, talk about crazy at Balloon Fiesta. Because of these young ladies with me, I had to get out my little bubble machine because I didn't think what they had was enough. We've got Rostra with these googly eyes.
My sister's the one that organized it right there from Iowa.
And you are from where, Rostra?
I'm from Colorado.
From Colorado.
We all grew up in Pennsylvania and Philadelphia, but now we're spread throughout the country.
And what is your name?
My name is Ksenia. Ksenia?
Ksenia, of course. That's an everyday name I've heard before. Ksenia?
Of course.
And your name?
I'm Ria.
Ria. Ksenia, how did you decide these crazy hats? Do they turn on? Do your hats turn on?
They're wind propelled, so I'm disappointed the wind isn't strong enough to move them. But this was in the plans. As soon as we signed up for this, I ordered the hats and the glasses, and we're good to go.
Why would you order glasses like that and hats like that?
Because we were supposed to be on a hot air balloon today, and this was to help propel the balloon higher, but it was all canceled. And as part of the program, we're going to a winery, and so we were going to sit on the bus in these glasses so nobody knew whether we're pot-eyed or not.
We've got it all planned out.
Look at, when you shake your heads, your eyeballs move.
Yes, they do.
Okay, let's start twirling. I'll put my bubbles on. I got my lights. And are we having fun here?
We are having fun.
Even if the balloons don't grace our skies, there's still plenty to do out there, isn't there?
Having a lot of fun.
What else could you have other than those googly eyes and that propeller hat?
This is the extent of our amusement. But
we're going to treat ourselves to some Krispy Kreme donuts too.
Yeah. Oh, they're a sponsor here at the Balloon Fiesta. Okay, folks, throw a big kiss to our camera there. Back to you at the studio.
What great fun we're having out here at Balloon Fiesta. People on the field having fun as well. Great pictures of balloons.
great day to take pictures of balloons. I
Oh,
mean,
it
you
is.
just walk
It
amongst
is.
them.
And actually, even the clouds, they were nice and pink earlier. Now that the sun's up, they just have more of the white. But yeah, it's just great lighting across it.
And if you look to the northeast from our vantage point, you can actually see more Virga and a lot more stuff going on up above. I just noticed a couple of pieballs going up. I'm going to keep my eye on that thing because I think once it hits about 500, well, there it starts going now pretty quick.
Oh yeah, I see it. I just see it. A pieball being one of those, like I call them party balloons, and we fill them up with helium. And because it goes up, you see the different directions and different speeds happening. And so we have the big weather balloons. I lost it. I turned away and I lost it. But we have our own weather balloons that we send up and do those types of things as well. But yeah. So let me quickly get through that story. Sid and his brother went out and flew it the next day. And so this was kind of fun. And so people started flying balloons around. Remember, this is like June of 71. And so KOB Radio was having its 50th anniversary the very next year. And they went to Sid and said, hey, your balloon thing's really cool. Can you get some more? And so he was, well, I don't know. Let's see if we can get the largest gathering. And so they went up. He got 21 balloons to agree to show up. Now, because of shipping and weather issues, only 13 actually made it here. But in April of 1972, we had the first gathering of balloons, which is being considered the first balloon fiesta.
Out of Coronado Center.
Out of Coronado Center. Sid then developed a corporation, World Balloon Corporation, to be able to put on fiestas, turned that into the World Balloon Company as he did World Balloon flights, marketing, all kinds of things. And so he had a series of world balloons, leading us all back to the 50th Balloon Fiesta. Jewel, his widow, had a beautiful world balloon. We see it there. There are markers throughout that balloon, stars and flags that had significant events in Sid and Jewel's lifetime, and then all the flags representing all the countries that they went to. Yeah, there you see some of the markers.
The star right there.
There's the star in
that's
Albuquerque.
Yes. And then you go
and
down to
stars
the
up in the Midwest and
Florida,
over on the east
Florida
side.
Keys. There's a whole story about Bimini and what Sid did down there to the right.
Yeah, which led to what our competition probably will be one day this week. So yeah, so the whole story, there's a lot of meaning behind that. I got a chance to see Jewel the other day. Had a great conversation with her. So yeah, one of the new shapes there as well. Hey, Balloon Fiesta has a new communications manager who has joined us, 2 months? 2 months. Stephanie Kitts is joining us here on the Rooftop Studio. Welcome to Balloon Fiesta and Balloon Fiesta Live.
I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
What do you think of this?
This is awesome.
Yeah?
It's a little disappointing they're not flying this morning, but it's still beautiful. Gorgeous day. Can't complain.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So we tell people that because all the balloons are staying on the ground, you can get to all the balloons. They're not going to fly away on you. So
got to collect those pins.
Oh, and cards and all the rest of that
all this stuff. Yeah.
So what are you most looking forward to this week?
I think this is my first year as Balloon Fiesta staff. That's super exciting. I've been coming to Balloon Fiesta since I was a kid, but I think seeing it from this side is definitely the highlight of the week for sure. But looking forward to good weather and hanging out with all the pilots, getting some good content. Yeah.
And so what is I don't want to say what's your role, but what are you concentrating on this week? As far as being the communications person.
Yeah, so I took over all of our social channels when I joined the team. So our focus this week is really just getting content to last for the whole year and also showcase what's going on all week. I've got a great team of folks that are helping to answer messages, comments, respond to folks, interact with folks. And so we're just out here having a good time, trying to have good customer service, working with the media, being here. It's all great.
So being relatively new, what's the biggest curveball that you've had thrown at you here?
That's a really great question. So far, I guess there haven't been any huge ones. Our app is down right now, which is awful. Like, the timing could not be worse. But, we're working on fixing it. First day jitters, I guess you could say. So maybe the app being down is the biggest curveball right now.
But you told me it's basically waiting for App Store approval.
Yep.
The update's out there. It just needs to get released.
Exactly. We have heard some reports that if you uninstall it and reinstall it, it's working. But I can't verify that. But you could try it. Give it a shot. Can't hurt.
Give it a shot. And if nothing else, just keep watching for the update to be released and kind of
exactly.
go from there.
Yep.
So not only are we taking pictures, of course, we're doing all this video stuff up here, but everybody else is taking pictures. How can they share those back with us?
Yeah, use the hashtag Balloon Fiesta. We'll be monitoring that, sharing content from folks that tag us. You can also tag us directly at Balloon Fiesta on all the channels. Yeah, we love seeing content, videos, photos, all of it. Give it to me. Love it.
Stephanie Kitts, Communications Manager for Balloon Fiesta. Thanks for joining us here on Balloon Fiesta Live.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Stephanie.
All right. Talk to you later. What a great morning we're having here.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not flying, but we've got all these balloons up. There's the Xfinity Rewards balloon. There's the brand new Centennial balloon. Next year, 2026, is the 100th anniversary of Route 66. And so we're actually going to have an extra event we're adding to Balloon Fiesta this year. So Monday night in the village of Los Ranchos, which is basically over here on 4th Street, if you understand Albuquerque, and if you don't, it's a little village that's kind of embedded within Albuquerque. We're going to take our globitos, which are our mini balloons, our RC balloons, and we're going to set them up and do a glow in the village over in Los Ranchos. And as part of that, we're also going to release the theme for the 2026 Balloon Fiesta. And I've been made privy to that theme. It's going to reflect on that Route 66 centennial anniversary.
Nice.
By the way, next year is also the 250th anniversary of the birth of the United States. 1776, 2026. So, and we hope to have America's Challenge come back, and it would be the 26th America's Challenge in 2026. So a lot of numbers are lining up really cool for next year, and we're going to start talking about those as we get through the week.
I think Diane's got some more people down
Diane,
on the field.
yeah.
Yeah,
well, it's a great day to talk to people in their balloons.
Yes,
so,
it is.
Diane.
And action! We are here with action because I've got Ken Beebe from Rio Rancho and Kaboo, and Adam, who is a launch director, and we're going to show you the action that's taking place right now. Take it away, Ken. What are you doing?
So I am collecting Ken's chit for his launch card for his propane to make sure that he gets fuel.
Okay, action.
And I will also take Greg's launch card so he gets credit for the event.
Okay, a round of applause for that great film that we just did. We had action. Ken, tell me about your balloon.
So this balloon actually used to belong to a friend of ours by the name of Dave Tennis, who's a safety official. We just bought it this year. So this balloon is a 1999 Aerostar RX-8, 90,000 cubic feet. We love the balloon. We've been flying it for years with our friend Dave, but it's our first year at Fiesta with CAVU. And CAVU, by the way, means ceiling and visibility unrestricted, which means beautiful day. Perfect balloon flying weather.
And when you said it was CAVU, I thought it was your business. You were like painting and installing ceilings, but you're talking about God ceiling. And you have a lot of ballast here, a lot of weight by Bonnie Gaffney. Bonnie, you and your husband?
Mike and Bonnie.
He's hiding back over here.
He's behind.
You're their weight today. Don't you love hearing that you're balanced?
Yes, I'm adding weight.
So what does weight on mean?
Well, we're not actually flying this morning, so we need to make sure that the basket and the envelope, we need to stay on the ground today.
What do you
just holding them down?
What do you like about crewing?
I love everything. I love chasing. I love the mechanics, watching the balloon come together. I love the people. I love the sport.
Does this guy keep you in line? Is your part of your job to keep these folks in line?
I'll just make sure that they're launching safely and getting up in an orderly manner. So safe coordinated launch, that's what we do.
We got Mike hiding back here. How many years have you been crewing?
Well, we've been Bonnie and I have actually been in the ballooning since probably 2000, 99 to 2000 or so. We've taken some time off and all that, but we've been enjoying it. Since we're retired, we're enjoying it very much now.
And what do you like about it, Mike?
Getting up early and watching the sunrise. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Adam,
What makes an unruly launch?
An unruly launch, when we have everyone just kind of going willy-nilly, we want everybody to go in nice rows, make sure that there's no balloons flying overhead so they don't collide with each other. That's a really big part of it. And so...
And when they don't, where's your whistle? I love to hear the whistle. Let's just hear the whistle. We don't hear too much. Yeah.
Yeah. You won't hear it much today, so...
Let's hear it. Oh, everybody's excited.
Yeah, that's
excited.
If we were launching, we'd hear that all morning. They'd be going.
How many years have you been a launch director
This will
here?
be my 3rd year launch directing, so only 3.
How did you get into this?
Friend on another balloon crew was a launch director, and I was like, I've always wanted to do that. So you just there's applications in the winter time, January, February time frame, and you just apply, interview, and you get to maybe be a launch director.
What about your outfit? I've seen some crazy looking launch directors. What about yours?
This is just my normal outfit for today. I don't have my costume on yet, so but a lot of the more seasoned launch directors will have nice costumes that they've cultivated through the years of getting a zebra accoutrement.
We'll check in next week to see if you've got more of your accoutrement. Thank you. Back to you at the rooftop studio. We're having fun down here in the field.
Thanks, Diane. And good to see Ken Beebe. Hey.
Oh, look at that.
There we are. Looking straight down on the rooftop studio. So that's us from our drone shot. And just a couple of moments ago, yeah, we're kind of waving at him. Yeah.
Oh, there he is. I see him.
Is it back? Kind of back behind us. So and we were just talking about this shot. In fact, Mark on our YouTube feed said a sea of balloons from the drone shot. Couldn't have said it better myself, Mark. That is just an incredible shot, just to see all those balloons standing up.
You see Sir Mix-a-Lot back in the corner. There's Beth Wright-Smith and Smokey Bear.
I see Cynthia Seal in there. There's Remax. There's Vacation. I know you don't necessarily. There's Millie. That's the purple spiral one right there by the U.S. Bank balloon.
Cheryl White, yeah.
Yep, Sherry White. Zia down at the lower, and the Intel balloon getting inflated.
We have Jeff Ashworth over here too, right behind Sherry.
That's the
Santi.
The New Mexico tartan balloon,
Oh, yes.
just 2 over from Cynthia Seal. There's Itsy Bitsy way back up in the corner, kind of green one with the big black widow spiders on it.
See Wind Pigs Fly over here, right to the right.
Yeah, and there's Smokey. I see Meister Mix-a-Lot, kind of up in the upper left. Who we got over? See if we can pick people out.
Paul Smith is right here in front of us, right behind the Zia balloon, right next to the Remax. I believe that's Paul.
Yeah, that's Paul Smith.
The old executive director of the Balloon Fiesta.
Yeah, the old. Yeah.
Intrepid right here with the silver, red, white, and blue. I think that's
John Green.
John Green from Albuquerque.
And that should be, I think that's Joe Candelaria over to the far left, the blue one with the yellow kind of square around it.
And people are wondering why they're not flying today. And if you just kind of take a look out towards the west with that weather starting to come in, there was a cold front that started to make its way through the state earlier this morning in the northeast part of the state, or the northwestern part of the state. You're starting to see that build, and that's where you're going to get these heavy winds aloft coming through as the day progresses, as the sun rises. So being on the ground is one thing, but again, at Balloon Fiesta Live, we bring you something we never brought you, that drone footage. The only one flying today, Balloon Fiesta Live.
There you go. Andrew Brindley is it Andrew? No, it's McKenna Sechrist has just now inflated the Intel balloon right in front of us. Andrew is flying the UMB balloon next to her.
And there we are flying again.
Yeah. Wow. I just can't get over that shot. It's nice to have that. Nice to have that live. Because sometimes, before we had that shot, we had all of our ground shots. While we're up on the roof, we're still below the top of the balloons, looking down on them. So.
Uh-oh, now Diane's down on the field with nothing but trouble right there. So Diane, I know who you're with.
Oh no.
Oh, there's so much going on here. The balloons might not be in the sky, but there's so much activity here on the ground. And this crew member with Debbie's balloon saw some interesting activity that we missed.
Yes,
What did you get? And you're Larry.
I'm Larry.
Larry from Albuquerque?
Larry from Albuquerque.
Glad to hear it. And of course, we'll have to introduce your pilot.
Hi, my name is Debbie Ellis Osculin, and I've been doing Fiesta 24. This is my 24th year as a pilot. And we like to tell everybody to get purpleized.
What does get purpleized mean, Debbie?
We have a beautiful purple balloon, and we like to spread purple all over everywhere. Make everybody happy. Purple's a happy color.
It is a beautiful color, beautiful balloon too. But come here and tell us, what did you see on the field? Kind of something I haven't seen ever at Balloon Fiesta.
Well, about 5-10 minutes ago, I was outside helping with the crew with the crown line, and all of a sudden I saw a gentleman go down on his knee, reach in his pocket, and he picked out a wedding ring and proposed to a young lady. Yep, and I got it here.
Let's see if we can show that. That is too cool. I'm not sure if we're able to see that. First time I've seen it. Actually, I missed it, but thanks to Larry, we have a photo of a young gentleman.
Yeah, and it happened just about 5-10 minutes ago.
And you came and told me. He said,
yeah.
And we're trying to find them, but I think it's kind of common. They get married, of course, in balloons.
Mm-hmm.
They get married in the baskets, but I haven't seen them.
Actually, Debbie had somebody propose in her balloon.
And I've had a couple of proposals in my balloon, one when we were in the air and one during the glow last year here at Fiesta. And I want to do a shout out to Ted and to Art Lloyd Jr. You guys are awesome in Balloon Fiesta Live.
All right. There you go. You heard it first. Right from the purpleized people. Everybody wave. Thank you. Back to
there you go.
Art and Ted.
Thanks.
Thanks, Diane.
Hey, you could have Larry send that picture to me, and we'll add it to our collection. People actually have been sending me pictures.
Yes.
I'll have to wait till I get off the air, and we'll put those together, and we'll show them later tonight. But appreciate all of that.
First of all, I believe I've created a monster with Deb.
Yeah,
Last year we talked about, she's a local hairdresser in Albuquerque, and I always see her Facebook posts leading up to Fiesta.
Right.
And many of her clients will have their hair turned purple, who are on her crew.
And some
or
year
friends.
round, it's not just Fiesta.
Yes,
but
yes. So last year I made the comment of go get purpleized, and I should have trademarked that.
Yeah.
But anyway.
She's always been a big purple person.
And very, very big into ballooning in Albuquerque, and a solid person.
Yep.
Really like her.
Absolutely. So.
Speaking of pictures, I just received a picture from someone that couldn't be here this year. Kat Patton, who for years has helped out in the SID and been support staff, is back in Georgia.
And I was wondering why I hadn't seen Kat.
Her husband Dale is here, and by the way, she said, give Dale Hades while you're there. So
okay, we'll have to do that.
Kat, I oblige you on that one. But she said she had to pull out the vintage balloon china. So we got this great picture I'll get over to you where she's watching Balloon Fiesta live at her home, and she's got this really nice vintage piece of balloon china. So good morning, Kat.
Yes, good morning. Miss you here. So glad you're able to keep up on things, and we'll try and show you Dale throughout the week as well.
We'll hunt him down, especially on competition days. He's one of the smoke guys, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
They did last year. They relegated him to the smoke details. So, yeah. So let's pose for this one. There you go. One of our official photographers. In fact, it's Don Henderson. He's the team lead for our photographers. And up here getting Balloon Fiesta Live pictures that'll end up on our webpage soon. Hey, I think it's time to hit this again. The idea is we're going to give away some of these Balloon Fiesta balloon replica plates. Got to think about how to say that.
How many? 3?
We're going to give away 3 of these every single session of Balloon Fiesta. And so you can enter to win these by scanning the QR code. Wait till they take the Balloon Fiesta Live logo out of the corner in there, and then the code will work. There it goes. Now the code should work for you, and you'll be able to enter to win one of these license plates. And somebody said, well, I'm entering from the, I forgot what country they said. And, it's okay. I'm not sure that the bean counters at Balloon Fiesta appreciate me sending license plates overseas, but I did send one to London a couple of years ago because they won. And so we will send those to the winners. We'll be announcing those. We'll pull 3 here just before we go off the air this morning. The other thing is we've increased that. And you may have noticed the jackets that Ted and I, Diane, our production crew, all are wearing Balloon Fiesta Live embroidered jackets this morning. And so we have managed to snag about 8 of these jackets with the Balloon Fiesta Live logo on them, and we're going to give away one balloon jacket a day. So you will have one with the ExxonMobil logo and the Balloon Fiesta Live logo on it. We won't put your name on it, but we'll have the logo on it. The same QR code that you register for the license plate will get you in the entry for the jacket as well. So 3 license plates a session, 1 jacket a day. The first jacket giveaway is actually tomorrow. Once you're in the pool, you stay in until you win. We'll pull you out only when you win. Do not enter more than 1 time. That makes me have to work to eliminate duplicates. So let's just play nice. We'll have fun with it. Thanks to our friends at the Sign Store for providing the license plates to it.
There's our drone.
There's our drone. One of the only drones allowed in our 4-mile area. We have a TFR, what's called a temporary flight restriction area. So no aircraft that doesn't have Balloon Fiesta specific permission can be in that area. So that's what, and there's the shot that, come from the drone, being able to take a look at what, some strong interference.
There's a lot of cell service and stuff going on out here. So
Yeah, if you could see the radio frequencies that are out here, you wouldn't be able to see anything
Between
else.
that and the Auburn, this thing would look like an inferno. That's a great shot.
Look at that shot. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and then just kind of lift off. Yeah, perfect. That's great. While we're watching the shot, Diane has managed to snag yet another fun person on the field here at Balloon Fiesta.
I absolutely love the name of this balloon. Forced Family Fun. Like they're forcing their family to get together and have fun. John Rodham and your son Baylor Rodham, you're one of the youngest pilots here. You've been coming to Balloon Fiesta for years. Yeah. I'm hanging on to I'm a little ballast on your balloon. John, how did you come up with that name?
Our kids have been coming out here to Fiesta with us, but we get them out of bed early on the weekends because they're really about most of the crew that we have. So for us to be able to enjoy this, they have to help.
And you at first have to force them. Yeah. Help me put some weight on here, someone. Come on, put your weight on, put your weight.
Jenna.
We need to hold on this balloon. Baylor, this is the first year that you're a pilot, a full-fledged pilot here at Balloon Fiesta. 18 years old, you got your license, and I learned that you have your own balloon as well.
Sure do. Yeah, bought it about 1.5 years ago and got my license in September. It was too late to do it last year, so this year's my first year.
And I say, how does an 18-year-old buy? I thought, instead of forced family fun, I thought kind of spoiled family because they got a balloon, but Dad said Baylor bought his balloon himself. How does an 18-year-old do that?
So I work a job at a convenience store, and then I mow yards. I think it's like 7 yards, and then when I'm not mowing, I'm trying to fly, and I'm doing flight school to become an airline pilot. So I started that a couple months ago. So,
what do you like about flying?
Just the adventure of it, just the views, and you can take me anywhere. Yeah, especially in a balloon.
Especially in a balloon. And who else do we have with you in the balloon?
We have Katie. She lives here local. She's been crewing with us since 2017. My other son, Bryson, who is also in college. And then my sister, my mom, and then lots of friends who come out and see us here at Fiesta.
Thank you so much. Thanks for coming in. Congratulations with your balloon, your license, and your dreams of becoming an airplane pilot. Thank you so much. Congratulations to you. Thanks all the way. Thank you. Thank you. Back to you, Ted and Art.
Thanks, Diane. Wow, that's pretty impressive that that young man is trying to live out his dream, and he actually has done it for the Fiesta and going to be an airline pilot before long. We're starting to see out on the field now some of the balloons tear out, and we're seeing a little bit more wind come through that Henry had spoken about and we had talked about as the sun starts to come up.
That rock solid that we were watching earlier is starting to disappear a little bit.
They're kind of rocking and rolling out there, so you're going to probably see some pilots pull out here, and they put on one heck of a show thus far, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, so we've been up for a solid hour now, basically. And usually, you know, a balloon flight, you have enough propane for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours types of things. And we're using just as much fuel sitting here on the ground as we would be if we were flying. So, yeah, the show is up, and we've still got a little bit of time. Pilots will keep them up as long as possible. You talked about creating that huge thermal with all those burns, all those burners going off. And when they release the heat from the top of the balloon to deflate, all that heat goes up. So you're also creating another thermal. So that's the other thing you'll see is these guys take their balloons down, guys and gals take their balloons down kind of a couple at a time so that you don't have all, 500
Mass
times
chaos.
90,000 cubic feet of hot air going up. The very first balloon glow, way back in the 80s, we did all take our balloons down at the same time, caused that kind of thermal, and I was out on a crown line that time. It was
that had to have been fun.
Oh, man, it was crazy out there. But we learned from that. Everybody said, what the heck happened? Because it was a perfectly calm night, and then all of a sudden there's this wind. With all the heat going up, it just sucks all the air in from the side. And so when we did some hangar flying on that or debriefing on that, we discovered that was the deal. And so it's kind of like, okay, we're not going to do that again. And so even when we do glows, you'll see balloons come down a few at a time, and we don't create that massive thermal. But as these ones in the front row come down, we're able to see a little bit more. There's the PNC Bank and the back of Smoky. And then from this side, we see there's the Rax balloon we talked about earlier on the right. Hey, there's Frankenstein.
Yeah. Well, speaking about crown lines, I think Diane is on a crown line. So, Diane?
Okay, we've got Tyler from Austin, and he's working the crown line. And one-handed. That's pretty good. You must be very strong with your left hand. I see a lot of people hopping. I saw 2 people holding the balloons down.
Yeah, for now. I mean, I will end up using both hands here as soon as we get ready to pull it down. Just trying to keep this from losing control.
How many? Oh, there he goes. Keep going.
Hang on 1 second.
Just
a second.
There
we go. Here we go.
Now you got the 2 hands going. He's got the crown line. He's pulling out the crown line again to let all the hot air out. And we've got Tyler running. There's a bottle in his way. We'll move that. He's going. I always see people running forward, Tyler, not backwards.
Nah, back.
Oh, yeah.
So the idea here is, as we talked about the crown line, to help stabilize the balloon as it goes up and then bring it back down. And she kind of walked away. That's why we kind of lost that audio there. But, yeah, there's Frankenstein. There's that. Is that sequel?
Yes.
I always have to think about the name about them with the little watermelon balloon. But so we're going to start seeing more and more of these balloons start to take down. But some of them will stay up for a little while. We'll stick with it. I think we're going to shoot for an 8:30 local time exit, just to kind of alert the stations down the feed, so everybody knows what we're doing. And oh yeah, what a great time we are having out here at Balloon Fiesta. Day 1, session number 1. This is Balloon Fiesta Live. Thank you for joining us. We certainly appreciate you being along. Be sure to take and post your pictures of your watch party, whether it's just in your home, if you're somewhere out. Send them to Balloon Fiesta Live at balloonfiesta.com. And if you want to post those pictures as well, tag them with Balloon Fiesta Live and with Balloon Fiesta. We'd love to see those. Also share and like our feeds, subscribe to our channels. I hate watching YouTube videos, and they take the first 5 minutes, and then every 5 minutes into the video, be sure and like us and give us a thumbs up and all that other stuff. Hey, I'm going to ask you once, do it. Join up with us. We really want everybody in the world to know that we're out here and are providing Balloon Fiesta Live to you without any commercials, interruptions, that types of things.
And if you're on social media, do a lot of sharing with your friends.
Do it. Share it out everywhere. That's how this spreads. This is year number 9 for Balloon Fiesta Live, and so it's just time. It's time for it to explode, if you will.
Right there in between Frankenstein and Seedville, I believe, is
yeah.
I just had her name on the top of my tongue. That's one of those moments. That has a fairy on it.
Oh, yeah. Yvette. No?
Nope. Right here we have, I know that's Miss
Caitlin.
Yeah, Caitlin Salazar.
And Wags and Bark are out there, I see. There's Doug Hamlet. Doug Gant with Hamlet.
Yeah. And a brand new balloon for Into the Mountain Gods down south.
Uh-oh.
And here's
the shot inside our control room.
Here's the guys that make it all happen, guys.
Yeah. I think they had to add an extra set of monitors in there as we added cameras.
Right.
So right in the center there with the what you see, it looks like says special shape jacket. That is a Balloon Fiesta Live jacket. That's Steve Williams. He's the director. Yeah, point to that. Yeah. On the right-hand side of Steve is our audio mixer guy waving at us. Yeah. Looks like was that Eddie? That's Eddie. And on the left, who is? I'm sorry. Louis is directing. So Steve's calling the shots. Louis punching the buttons. Eddie's keeping the audio going. And yeah, just part of the crew. They're just right down below us. Then, of course, we got the guys up here on the roof and on the cameras around the field, flying the drone. There's Gary flying his drone. Gary Williams, the mastermind behind there. There you go, Gary. The mastermind. He's the guy that puts all of this technical stuff together. And, yeah, fabulous. And, yeah, I just can't say enough about the Windfire production guys and the support and stuff with Gary. Picked him up on the 2nd year of Balloon Fiesta Live. And it's just, yeah, we couldn't do this without you guys. Thank you very much. You all make us look really good. We have the easy job. We just have to make up words.
Right. Well, you know what? We talked about this, you and I, several times. We're now at a regional sports network level.
Absolutely.
With camera and production. So this is a pretty big event, and trust me, I enjoy being here. And although we couldn't fly today, we got one heck of a show.
We got a great show.
Diane, why don't you go down there on the field and start to wrap us up on this show today?
I've got the best setup I have seen this year from Maya and Miranda. Take a look at this. I thought they were launching a balloon here. They have a great big tarp. They brought their chairs. They've got their baskets. They've got their purses to hold everything down, chips and everything. How did you do such a good job your first time here at Fiesta to know what to bring?
Thank you. Actually, the website. I looked up the phone number and I called the website 100 times between now and when I booked the tickets 6 months ago.
And what did you learn from the website and from calling?
What I needed to bring exactly, and where I could set up, and what I could eat. We could eat, drink, bring anything like that. That's what I did. I took notes and I just kept a list of everything I needed.
Oh my gosh, and your family, they're from Arizona, and we got family from Colorado. But what do you think about all the effort she put into making you comfortable this morning?
I love it. It was great. It's been so easy adjustment. We just unpacked and sat, laid down, and we had it all. Because of her, she planned it all. She told us what I'll bring. We said, okay, we'll do it. And then we got here.
You've got your snuggly blankets. I can't believe I've never seen this. I've come to Fiesta for years to be so well equipped.
Thank you.
You said this was on your bucket list?
Yes, it is. Yes. I knew it was a really big thing, and I've always wanted to see them, and being here is really cool. It's a nice thing to do.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say you have more than your share of space, but you do have your share of space here on the field.
Yeah, if it's on my bucket list, I'm going to make the best of it.
Fantastic. And your friends, you're from?
We're from Colorado. We're sisters. This is my fiance.
What would you like to say to your sister about this?
Shout out, thank you. I drove 6 hours to come meet you guys, so.
That was a big effort as well. We appreciate your effort. Any tips you'd like to tell the viewers there for?
don't be afraid to research this information.
It's all out there.
Yes,
Thank you
all
so
out there.
much. Let's throw a kiss, guys.
Thanks, Diane. Well, we're down to just a few out there, Art, on the field as the air has started to mix down the heat, and we're getting a little bit of instability out at Balloon Fiesta Field. We had before, you guys saw the little pieballs that were out there that I've been watching, and they went screaming out of here once it got about, I'd say about 1,000 feet, kind of to the northwest.
Well, remember a couple hours ago, we knew that it was going 20 miles an hour, 1,000 feet, and that's going to continue to come down. So later this afternoon, we're going to see some of that wind. But yeah, you watched it. You called the pieball shots there. So.
And you can see this Dos Equis balloon rocking a little bit right here. You know, it's I only see one crown line, so it makes it a little more difficult for that pilot and that crew to keep it all stable. But they're doing a nice job. And from our vantage point, you can see how the wind is dishing the balloon in from here on the south end of the field.
So why don't you talk about the license plate giveaway, because I'm pulling the first 3 winners right now.
All right. Well, we've talked about this, so Truck, can you put up that QR code for us?
And if you're going in right now, you're not going to win in this round, but you'll be in for tonight's round.
So scan to win one of these coveted Balloon Fiesta Live reproduction license plates. I actually have one of these in my office in Pennsylvania, courtesy of Art. And if you guys, as Art just said, go in now, you will not be eligible for the 3 that he's choosing now, but you will be for this evening's event. Whether we have a glow or we don't, we will still have 3 winners. And,
so our first winner of a license plate for 2025 from Appleton, Wisconsin, I think he made a comment over on our YouTube feed earlier, is Mike Catalino.
All right, Mike.
So congratulations, Mike.
So do this loud and proud up there in Wisconsin, please.
So our next one from Monk's Corner, South Carolina, it's Alma Allsbrook.
Congratulations, Alma.
And our third winner for this morning's license plate, I'm scrolling to it.
He's getting there.
Yeah, well, people are applying, and so it keeps wanting to reset to me. I'm going to have to do this a different way because it's going to, yeah, everybody's going in there. So let me do this, filter this for 384.
While Art's doing that, if you just look at those flags now on the north end of the field, exactly what's happening, we're starting to see a lot of wind starting to pick up. So we're down to a handful out here that are still buoyant and upright.
From
about
Queen Creek, Arizona, the third winner today is Michelle Lagunga.
All right. Lagenga. So we have our first 3 winners.
First 3 winners. I'll be in touch with you after Balloon Fiesta.
Yes, don't reach out now. We have 8.5 days left to do.
So it'll be after Balloon Fiesta. I'll reach out to you to confirm the address, make sure we're all good with that. But congratulations to those of you who have won your license plate. And again, we'll give 3 more license plates away tonight during tonight's Twilight Twinkle Glow. I had to think about the names there for a second. We'll give those away. And after tonight, for tomorrow, we'll sometime tomorrow, I'll have to figure out when, we'll be drawing for one of these Balloon Fiesta Live jackets as well. So 3 license plates per session, 1 jacket per day. Enter 1 time in the system, and because you're good for all the drawings, all 14 license plate drawings, and all 8 drawings for jackets. So once you're in there, and you're good to go. Yeah, you just were pointing out the flags as we talked about that mixing coming down. So we've got just a couple more hanging on here.
And even though the balloons are down, there's plenty to do out at Fiesta Field. There's concession row you can go up and down. There's a balloon discovery center that you can attend. You can just lay out on the field and get some nice New Mexican sunshine if you so feel.
Entertainment on Main Street, entertainment on Main Street stage. We've got chainsaw carvers out here, out there by the Discovery Center that you mentioned. There's new simulators, by the way, in the Balloon Discovery Center. So we built some new simulators where you can go in and actually fly a balloon simulator and try some of that stuff out. Lots of great kid activities. The Artisans Tent is out there where you can do some higher end craft type shopping. And then of course there's like 80 different vendors down Main Street. About half of them are food, half of them are other merchandise, which actually almost forgot official merchandise.
I was going to say.
Official merchandise, and I think we have a slide for this too as well, guys. Official merchandise tents at the north end of the field and at the south end of the field. And for Balloon Fiesta Live viewers, we have a discount code.
We do.
We have a discount code. So if you're watching Balloon Fiesta Live and you want to go online to balloonfiestastuff.com, you can shop, and if you put sportswear in your cart, then you'll be able to get 10% off the sportswear. Now you can only use it one time, and there's the code. So the code is BF Live. So put the sportswear in your cart. Shop at balloonfiestastuff.com. Put stuff in, and the QR code just takes you to the page, so you don't have to type Balloon
So
Fiesta
let's clarify
stuff.
sportswear: hats,
T-shirts, coats, T-shirts,
sweatshirts.
hoodies. Yeah, they're called hoodies nowadays, I've been told.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm aging myself with the
You
sweatshirt.
are.
I'm sorry.
There's socks, anything that would come into that, and we have a complete range of hats this year in there. Lots of T-shirts. You can get the poster on a T-shirt. There's any of your sportswear. So go shopping at balloonfiestastuff.com. Use the code BFLive, and you will get 10% off your sportswear in your cart. One-time use only, online only. That's the way to do it. And buy now, because stuff will sell out before the end of the week.
I stopped by yesterday, and it was a madhouse already yesterday, and
Yeah.
the event hadn't even started. So.
Yep. Lots of great pins over there as well. The poster is over there. Really cool poster this year. Back to kind of a Southwest theme. And yeah, it's just really, really cool stuff going over there. I can't, we could spend an entire Balloon Fiesta Live show talking about all the different articles of clothing that are over there. You can buy your own jacket over there. It won't have Balloon Fiesta Live on it, but it would definitely have those jackets, like I said, hoodies, kids stuff, toddlers stuff. There's balloon spinners, there's chase crew magnets, there's keychains, other magnets, Christmas ornaments, and don't forget the calendar and the program. The program this year, by the way, has an article in it on Balloon Fiesta Live.
Yes, I saw
Takes
that.
you a little bit behind the scenes, so a great way to do that, and a way to be able to get pictures of most of the balloons that are actually here at Balloon Fiesta.
There we see the safety tower, which is to our west from our rooftop studio, and you can see Henry Rosenbaum right there, our balloon Meister, on the very far right. He's talking to, I believe, Duncan, who is one of the weather guys. I'm trying to see who else is up there. Alex Gennard, I think, has his back turned to us. So Don Day is right there with Henry to the right.
I haven't seen Don in person this week.
And here's
that's him. I see him.
And Jennifer Garcia leaning over the side. We should see if we can get her to wave and smile at us.
She's our event director, and she's actually texting pilots. I just got an update from them telling the pilots when propane is open and about when they can bring a second vehicle back on the field. So she's giving them their updates and instructions.
Well, I think Henry and his team should be commended on what they were able to pull off today, along with the balloonists. All 550 of you, plus your secondary pilots, put on a show that, you know, when you have lemons, you make lemonade, and they did a heck of a job today, I believe.
And what great lemonade it was.
Yes. We have. I think we're playing a game out here. Who's going to last the longest?
Well, you know that happens, especially at Glows. Yeah, but who's the last balloon standing?
And typically it's a corporate balloon because they want their name out there all the time. But I think we have a couple contenders on the north side of the field that are not going to let that happen.
Is that Sharon? All the way out?
It may be.
It looks like Sharon Hartshorn and Seeking Nirvana. I'm not sure if that's Alan Hahn. Farther, the one on the right side of the screen.
That is Seeking Nirvana out there.
Yeah.
She's at U3, so that's
that
definitely
would be her. That would
yes.
got to be her. Yeah.
I actually spoke with Peter George from the UK. He had been flying the Grand Britannia for 30 years. It had been in
Yes.
Fiesta.
Yes.
He brought that rat-looking thing that it's called Keef the Teeth. It was kind of a big secret, a surprise that came out.
Yeah.
And he says, unfortunately, this year I'm not right in the center of things. I'm all the way out on, I think he said T is what he said. And I said, so you mean Bernalillo? And he said, yeah, I'm staying out there too.
Yeah. Yeah, we had some we had some conversations this last few months with Peter about some other things, and appreciate the cooperation and conversations with him. It's kind of thanks to him that we now have BalloonFiestaLive.com.
Yes.
Again, you can get to BalloonFiesta.com/live to see the Balloon Fiesta Live page, but you can also get there with BalloonFiestaLive.com. So we're about to wrap up here for the morning. We've got another 5 minutes or so to hit our 8:30 out. So probably a good time to talk about the game plan for the rest of the week. So we had our opening Maes Ascension today. Tonight we have a balloon glow scheduled. It's the Twilight Twinkle Glow. We'll be on the air at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. That is, so this afternoon things happen at 3 o'clock. Team Fast Tracks jumps in at 5. We're on the air at 6. Now, I'm not sure the Air Force Academy Band is going to be here tonight due to the shutdown. So there's some issues with that. The schedule was put together before that. The glow scheduled at 6 o'clock. And so we actually put the balloons up more like 6:30 if we're able to do that. And then at 7:30, Team Fast Tracks will jump in. Again, we come back on the air at 6 and we'll replay their 5 o'clock jump. Team Fast Tracks, sponsored by Accident Insurance Company. Then the drone light show, sponsored by Sandia Resort and Casino at 7:45. Fireworks at 8 o'clock. If it were to be too windy, that schedule could compress a little bit tonight, but we won't make that. It's a game time decision, so we won't make that decision until 6 o'clock tonight. Tomorrow morning, it's another Maes Ascension day. The drone light show, 5:45. You have to be on the field to see that, although we will be recording it and posting the video of it. At 6 o'clock, a Dawn Patrol show presented by Route 66 Casino Hotel and RV Resort, the Krispy Kreme Glow at 6:30. 7 o'clock, Maes Ascension. Remember, tomorrow is also Memoriam Day, or In Remembrance Day. And we'll be playing a tribute to longtime reporter for us, Ruth Lind, who passed away just about a month ago. And we'll be doing a tribute to her tomorrow morning in the between 6 and 6:30 is when we should be doing that. Of course, on the field, we also will have our Globitos with our Fiesta de los Globitos, sponsored by the City of Las Vegas.
That's always a tongue twister.
It is. And the Chainsaw Carver guys, they're out there all week. Tomorrow night, we have, also tomorrow, there's a Fiesta Wheels car show on the field. And again, I don't think the Academy Band's going to be here due to shutdown issues, but we'll see what actually happens. Chainsaw Carvers will do their auction. And tomorrow is the first of two pin trading days at Balloon Fiesta.
One of my favorite events.
Great time to be able to come out and trade your pins. So if you're a pin collector, want to get started with it, want to see whatever, tomorrow will be a great day to be here on the field. That starts at 11 o'clock, north end of the field. And so you'll want to do that. Tomorrow night is the original balloon glow time, but it all gets started with the Chainsaw Carvers, Team Fast Tracks at 5. We've got entertainment on the Main Street stage. We'll be on the air at 6 o'clock. The original balloon glow powered by ExxonMobil. Team Fast Tracks again with pyrotechnics, the drone show, afterglow fireworks. You can kind of see the pattern happening here. Monday morning is the first day of competition. So we'll have our drone show at 5:45. The Dawn Patrol at 6 o'clock. The balloons will launch at 7. And then competition begins at 8. So the balloon launch, about half of them will launch at 7. The other half will launch about 8 and attempt to fly here. The really big deal about Monday is it's New Mexico Day. So if you have a driver's license, an ID card, or a utility bill that shows that you're a New Mexico resident, you can get in free on Monday. Just bring that with you, show it to the ticket booth, and they will give you a ticket to be able to get into the park.
And that's the second year in a row we've done
A second year in a row for that. And, of course, we've got more entertainment on the field as well. Monday night, the special event in Los Ranchos. And basically the rest of the week is kind of a rinse and repeat. So Tuesday, competition like on Monday. Wednesday's back to a Mass Ascension Day. Thursday and Friday, competition with the extra addition of special shaped balloons. And then Saturday and Sunday, we're back to Mass Ascensions. And, of course, Glodios on Thursday and Friday, balloon glows with special shapes, and a final night magic glow on Saturday night.
And it looks like Sharon is the last one standing. So
Last one standing,
congratulations,
last
Sharon.
one coming down, yeah. And so with that, I think it's a wrap for day one, session number 1. What do you think?
I think we should wrap it up and go enjoy ourselves the rest of the day because we have a lot of stuff going on over the next few days.
Hey, thanks everybody for watching. Session 1, day 1 of the 53rd ExxonMobil Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. He's Ted Maes. I'm Art Lloyd Jr. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tonight.
So long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
You've been watching Balloon Fiesta Live, powered by ExxonMobil. Want more balloon action? Visit the archive of Balloon Fiesta Live broadcasts at balloonfiesta.com. Thanks for watching Balloon Fiesta Live. This program is a production of AIBF Inc.